Where's the clacker?
Oh, sorry. Can't press a button and do a clacker at the same time.
There we go. Good evening. You're very welcome along to the Sopherone Saga right here on the Emerald Collective. My name is Dave Gibson and I'm the creator and dungeon master for all things Sopherone. This is episode 63 of the Sopherone Saga. And do you know who else is 63? Vince Neil from Motley Crue. Motherfuckers! So I'm giving a free point of inspiration to the first player to stabilize another party member, be it from potions or healing magic, from death saves, and shout, "I just kick-started your hot motherfucker!" Let's kick off some Emerald Collective news then, shall we? Episode 9 of our first podcast, No Silver Linings. A Call of Cthulhu story set in 1920s Ireland by Mark Corrigan and Shunnick Games is available now for our Patreon subscribers at the Jeweler tier. And episode 8 is available on all the regular platforms now. Anyway, here's the blurb. I fucked that up. Here's the blurb for episode 9. The investigators discovered that the closure of the mines was not for the same reason detailed in the newspapers. A far more curious and dangerous reason seems to have fallen through the facts revealed to the public. The group decide to reconvene over pints and whiskey. That's a great idea. In order to gather their thoughts and sift through the clues that they picked up so far, they deliberate over whether this investigation is teetering on the scientific side of the scale or the supernatural, and Charlie finds himself questioning his own sanity as the eerie occurrences start to ramp up. And believe me, it is a creepy. It's a slow burn, but it's a real creepy one. So yeah, please do check it out. You can binge that shit. Episodes 1 to 8 are available now for free on Spotify, Apple Music, all that kind of shit. So do check it out. If you want to get early access, you can go to our Patreon, which is now live. You can head over there by clicking the link in our chat. It's over there somewhere. Depending on the tier you choose, you'll receive original monsters, magic items, and maps to use in your games each month. There'll also be an opportunity to get early access to our podcasts. Like I just said, discounts on select items at drive2rpg.com, shoutouts on stream, and bonus content. Excuse me. You will also receive discounts on commissions from It's a Map. She's right back there, and I'm not lying. So, is that the truth?
What?
That they get discounts?
Yes.
Yes, excellent. And Zorpzart, who is over in Canada, so she can't confirm or deny that. If you don't have a coin to spare to pledge, fear not. You can still give our Patreon a follow, and you get a free original monster magic item. And a few maps that I've dumped in there that I stole from It's a Map, plus even more free content on occasion, so do stick around and we can't wait to share all of the gems of the Emerald Collection with you. When he's not streaming with the Emerald Collective or Flying Orc, you'll find our very own Rhino over on Twitch TV/deranged Rhino. For all kinds of mischievous, he plays various games from first-person shooters to platformer as well. I haven't seen a platform in a while. It's mainly Rust and, what was the other one? Tarkov. Everyone is welcome, and if you haven't already, please give this wonderful human a follow, and if you can afford it, a sub over on Twitch. Ryan, how's StreamWorld going?
StreamWorld is going particularly well. I'm very, very lucky and I've been very thankful. This weekend, if you don't mind me saying, I'm also doing a giveaway on my channel.
Sweet.
Where you can win some of my incredible merch. All you have to do is come over. For every sub or gifted sub, you will get an entry into the competition.
Nice.
And then we do a draw on Sunday evening to see who wins the wonderful thing.
So what is the thing?
Well, you get to pick. So out of my merch store, you can go on there and pick whichever item you want, and that will be sent to you.
I can pick the D-Range Rhino graphic Corvette.
If I had that, I'd have one myself.
If you supply the Corvette, you 100%.
Yeah, I'll give you the vinyl for the side of it. That's it.
Nice. All right, cool. And look, speaking about subs and whatnot, it's September, so if you may have noticed, we're hurtling into September, and on Twitch that means only one thing: it's Subtember. So all month long you can save on subs. So there's no better time to renew that sub or gift subs to folks you think will enjoy this channel. Twitch are offering 25% off 1 month subs and 3 month subs, and 30% off 6 month subs, and there'll be promos on bits as well, which my wife will not enjoy hearing. Because, I'll be all over that in the next couple of streams where I'm not GMing. So anyway, look, do check out all the deets over on twitch.tv. Next, I think we should have a look at what's coming up over the next 7 days in the Emerald Collective then. I think there's only 2 things this week. Our brand new stream with Jim Carragher's up there is Arcane Adventures in Andromedus. So that title is so annoying, I've had to create a keyboard shortcut on it for when I'm doing socials. So it's AAA is my keyboard shortcut for that, because it takes about, my stupid thumbs takes me to fucking 2 years to type it. Carrie, tell us what's going to happen in episode 1.
Well, no, because like that spoils it. But I'll tell you a little bit.
Right.
So the players are going to basically rock up to a place called the Verthorn Valley, which is a secluded area in the far west of Andromedus. Not exactly the nicest place. Formerly the home of an ancient lich, who is actually long gone, and that's not a spoiler. Very much gone. It's no, he is. I will stand over that. Yeah, essentially, like, they've been hired. They are going to investigate some weird shenanigans that have been going on in a few of the villages that are around there. People have been going missing. There's been like a rise of just creepy behavior from people, and yeah, something's wrong. And a local hunter has sent word to Wyvern Toe, which is the human capital, which is far to the east, to hire a band of experienced adventurers, and instead got a group of chuckle fucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bunch of level ones. Excellent.
Level twos.
Level twos, all right.
Who's
It's what you can afford.
Well,
Carrick?
we have, first of all, because she's here listening somewhere, we have Kate. We have John, who is Taco Bear in chat there. I think he's still in chat.
Yeah,
we
John,
have VPie. We have Freya.
Yeah.
We have Kian, and I think that's everyone. I hope I'm not.
Well, seeing as though I just resubbed there for the 11 months because we're almost at the year with EC,
Jesus, wow.
I'm going to give that inspiration to John ready for Tuesday then.
Oh, nice. Tarask.
I will drop 2 Tarasks at some point.
That's my job, you.
I'll drop 2 of I'll drop 2 of Mark's flying weird Tarasks. So
if he's allowed to drop his sub for another game, I would like to give my sub to Freya for that game.
Okay, I've already given you inspiration, so like you have one already, Kate.
What do I?
Yeah, I gave you one for saving the day yesterday.
Phona said Freya though, not.
No, I said Kate. I'm letting her know.
All right. Nice. Okay. For some reason. Okay. Well, that's awesome. We're looking forward to that. And if I thought I had a week off, I was wrong, because on Thursday I'm back with Rebirth of the Graven King, formerly Journey to the Red Citadel, because I did not like that module once I read through it fully. So anyway, pressing through the recently renovated entrance hall to the malevolent entity Shaz-Asthar's dungeon proper. The party have fought hard, but also taken some serious hits along the way. One room remains, a heavy stone door adorned with the symbol for water. But the party are painfully aware that they have all offered up their own blood in a previous room in order to progress. What power will Shaz-Astar hold over them now that he possesses their life essence? There's only one way to find out. What dangers await in their arrival in the last room? Well, join us on Thursday to find out. It's going to be good fun. If you'd like to stick around, or if you do stick around till the end of the stream, we'd like to kick back for 15 minutes or so and discuss what happened, what it could mean for the plot, and how our players and their characters feel about what just took place. This is, of course, completely free, but will entirely depend on whether GM Dave, that's me, has run over the 3-hour stream by 90 minutes or not. We want you to feel as included in this story as possible and stick with us wherever it may be headed. So if you have any questions for the players, please feel free to throw them at us then. Write them in the back of your hand, stick them on an notepad, write them on with eyeliner on a fucking mirror. Do whatever you got to do. But do remember the questions, because we'd be excited to answer them. I think it's also time we officially thank Kate from Mitzimat for stepping up to the Technomancer role for the Emerald Collective. Kate will be teching most of our streams going forward, bar Heirs to the Hand, which will be helmed by creator and GM Craig, who is nailing it over on that stream and managing to expertly keep several plates spinning at once. Far better man than me, because I could not do that. We love you, Craig. I'd personally like to thank Kate for being by my side as I tried to navigate technical problem after technical problem after technical problem, and almost gave up streaming altogether, to be honest with you, for ultimately stepping in and creating the new overlays and smashing OBS. I quite literally couldn't have done this without you. And I and everyone in the Emerald Collective wish to extend our heartfelt thanks for getting the streams back on the air. We appreciate you and we love you. I was waiting for something there, yeah. Okay. I was like, ungrateful bitch. If you'd like to show your appreciation to our new digital demigoddess, then please scroll down the page and hit that Tip the Technomancer button and throw a few gold pieces, not good pieces, well, good gold pieces. And just for the record, if you tip the Technomancer on a night that someone else is technomancing, that money will go to them. Kate is not going to hoover it up, don't worry. She tried to, but I had to calm her down. And as if she wasn't doing enough for the Emerald Collective, Kate is responsible for all the amazing maps you see here in the Sopherone Saga. You can find her on all the socials on @itsamap.IRE, and commissions are currently open. All that weird sort of relaxing jazzy spa music that you hear beneath me is courtesy of Tabletop Audio. You can find out all about them on the website, and they're up in the jukebox in Roll20. Now I think we should meet our players. So let me just add in Joe because I didn't know if he was going to be here. I'm going to start with Joe.
Hey, okay. Hi, I'm Joe. I drive a motorcycle in real life, and rock climbing is like 70% of my personality. The other 30%, of course, being that I drive a motorcycle in real life. Anyway, I play Robert. He is a human rogue who is ex-military, though he was only a scout. He didn't really see much action. And he saw some things that he maybe shouldn't have, and knows some things that he maybe shouldn't know, and he's a little torn currently in regards to what the party is doing.
Oh no!
And he was also not like he had a bit of a artistic block in the last couple of moments. Maybe that'll be resolved soon.
Freya's asking if we have little signs. What does that mean?
Don't worry about it.
Don't need to know.
Ah, you bastards. That's what she means. Okay, next up is Johnny. Johnny, how are you? Just tell us a little bit who you are and who you're playing.
Hi everyone, I'm Jonathan. I call me Johnny for short because Jonathan is very long. I play Derek, a Grave Cleric Dwarf, and now you can be back and try to keep the party alive as previously. And yeah, so let's see how this session goes.
All right. My friend Richard just texted me to say he's on stream. Thanks, big man. Great to see you on. Let's go with Carrick next. Tell us a little bit of who you are and who you're playing. And also thank you very much, Freya, for a boon for scales.
Hey guys, I'm Carrick. I play Wren here on the Sopherone Saga, Baird on Heirs to the Hand, and I will be returning soon with my own campaign on Tuesday on Arcane Adventures in Andromedas. You're right, that is a mouthful. Working title. It might change.
It's hard to type.
So Wren is our resident kind of pyromaniac. I suppose I was going to call him a transmutation wizard, but like he spends most of his time setting stuff on fire. He probably should have been an evoker, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, also he has a bad habit of making deals with things before he like listens to the thing and realizes that they're probably evil. But you know, he's working on that. He hasn't done it. Recently he rejected a deal with the bridge.
He did. Don't forget to give Dave that boon to hold on for the Tarrasques. I'm going to need 2 boons for the 2 Tarrasques. Thank you very much, Carrick. Stephen, you're up.
Well, I'm Stephen, and this evening I'm playing Orixiam Grim, the lesser, or what's the point of phrases? Because I've been getting a lot of contradictions. The known evil half of the Brothers Grimm. He is a repentant sinner and wholly devoted to his cause. And he's after getting roped into something as we left off last session.
Indeed. Thanks, Stephen. Ryan, tell us a little bit who you are, what you do, and who you're playing.
I don't know about known evil half, like I might be. We'll see how that one goes, I guess.
Yeah, deals.
I'm Ryan, aka Deranged Rhino, as most of you would know by now. And tonight I am playing the supposedly good half of the Brothers Grimm, Mazelu. Life cleric, worshipper of the one true God and the only God that matters, the Platinum Dragon. And we, as brothers, are on a mission from God.
Nice. Last but not least, Fona, tell us a little bit about you and who you're playing.
Hello everyone, I'm Fona, and I am a really boring person in real life, I swear. Mother of many cats, and now one big hundo who's lying on the ground and got out of my chair. I play Scales, who is the resident himbo of the party. He's a very sweet dragonborn barbarian who really does want to find out what his life is about and where he came from and all that kind of good stuff, but keeps getting distracted by, you know, water and shiny things and rocks and tingly num-nums and basically everything. And also, yes, fuck Valder.
Thank you very much, Fona. Now I think let's do a quick recap, shall we, before we dive into tonight's episode 63 of the Sopherone Saga. Thank you, Johnny, for gifting 2 tier 1 subs. Unfortunately, you can't make use of them, but we appreciate it in this session. But because players are not allowed to buff themselves.
That was just for...
I appreciate it.
That was by mistake.
Want to make sure. Anyway.
So can I have my money back, please, guys?
No. go. Arriving into the winter city of Artax from the small town of Templetown, our heroes were secure in the knowledge that they'd beaten the nefarious agent of the Crown Valor to an artifact of great power in the temple high above the town and hidden in the astral plane. This artifact, however, had begun communicating with the party's Wizard Wren, promising great power if he would only travel to an area high in the mountains above Artax and recover another artifact similar to the first, but not exactly the same. Accepting the deal and receiving a small amount of power as a reward, shitty cantrip, Wren had second thoughts and a while later reneged on the deal, angering the entity. Meanwhile, Valda arrived in Artax with the necessary paperwork for the Temple of the Platinum Dragon, the same temple of two of the party members of Brothers Grimm, to reapply for permission to operate in Sopherone under the King's good grace. Surely a punishment and a show of power designed to put the party in their place, and put them in their place it did. In an effort to keep them out of trouble, the temple sent them to recover a missing shipment of adamantium that was supposedly being escorted by the temple guards. I should change that. The temple sent them to recover the missing temple guards who happened to be with a missing shipment of adamantium. On their way to the mines behind the Vertex Crooks, the party spied thick plumes of black smoke across the jagged peaks of the mountains that could only be coming from an utterly destroyed Templetown, surely an act of vengeance on Valdor's behalf. After learning that the temple guard had been stunned into submissiveness and abducted by a group of mind flayers, the party set off into the adamantine mines in hot pursuit, eventually finding their way into the Underdark after several days of travelling. But the Underdark is no joke, battling bullets and even the vengeful imp that used to take residence. Can't see that. You need to...
Get a marker.
Yeah, get a marker, buddy. Get a Sharpie. Anyway.
Bitches get stitches is what I was writing.
I see. Okay, cool. Battling bullets and even the vengeful imp that used to take residence in the Carved Witch's house of horrors. Even the party stumbled upon the body of a fallen paladin carrying the details of a possible resting place of a holy avenger longsword. But now the party's own paladin Orixiam has wandered too far ahead of the party. Can I say party any more times? And attracted the attention of an expertly camouflaged Greater Roper who was not invited to a recent party by his other Roper friends. One of the Underdark's most feared predators. So, just how long has it been since this Roper last ate? Will Scale's sentient Tollbridge turn out to be a homicidal maniac? And just how much more punishment can the party take before they need to rest again? Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's play some fucking D&D, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Right. So let's get rid of this fucking crate. Let me get the turn order. I used to have a little thing that would get the turn order up for me there, but I don't anymore. I'm going to change the music to let's get rid of Solemn Vow. I love that music. It shuts me out. I think what we're going to use is, where's my battle music? I'm not going to go for the classic here. Why isn't it? Venture Supply Shop. Witch Mountain. I like Witch Mountain sometimes. Let's do that. Now, Orixiam. This thing has false appearance. I'm going to drop it in there. If the Roper is motionless at the start of combat, it has advantage on its initiative roll. Moreover, if a creature hasn't observed the Roper move or act, that creature must succeed a DC 18 intelligence investigation check to discern that the Roper is animate. So can I get that DC 18 intelligence check, please? And if you don't make it, you are going to be surprised. The Roper will get a surprise round. Oh, that is a nat one. Should I give it 2 surprise rounds because of that? No, I won't. So first thing it's first, it's going to use its multi-attack. Fuck the king. Oh, no. Brave words, brave words. The Roper makes 6 tendril attacks, uses reel, and makes 1 attack with his bite. So here comes the first tendril. Zip, zap, skibbity bap. Oh, no. That's a nat 20. 4. That's unfortunate, isn't it? 5 plus 1 is 6, and so you take that. Target is grappled, escape at DC 16 until the grapple ends. Target is restrained, has disadvantage on strength checks and strength saving throws, and takes 6 1d4 plus 3 bludgeoning damage at the start of each of the Roper's turns. And the Roper can't use the same tendril on another target. I'm going to say that it's going to make 5 more attacks with the tendrils.
You also get your D1 hundo, buddy.
Oh yeah, thank you very much, sir. Let me get my hundo out here. Do you want to roll me D100 there while I'm dragging this up?
Sure.
It's a Roper, not a dragon.
18.
18, that's not going to be too bad. Where the fuck is the thing? Critical melee range, 18. As you were fighting, you noticed an effective route to escape danger. You were able to use a disengage. It doesn't want to disengage. It wants to engage. Like fuck. It's like the fucking 12 Patrick Stewart saying engage all at once. So it is going to make 5 more attacks. These ones can't grapple you or won't grapple you. They're just going to slap you upside the head basically.
They're all at advantage because he's restrained, though.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh Jesus Christ! Thank God this thing does fuck all damage. So here's the first one. You're gonna take.
Yeah.
You're gonna take another 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Here comes the one with the crit. You're gonna take. Okay, this is not showing the crit. Oh, sorry, that's an extra 6.
No, that the extra 6 at the end is on the start of each of its turns.
Yeah. Sorry, well, yeah, but that's only if it's grappling you. So there's another 5. So when I go 1, 2, 3. I'm assuming the 21 hits.
Just you won't shield because it's a waste.
Okay, that's another 7. There's a 23. That's another crit.
Need the shield.
9. And here comes the last one. Boop, 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 boop. That's another 4. Please don't ask me to top that up for you.
No, I'm good.
Cool. So that's its tendril attacks. It's going to use a reel. It's going to pull you up to 30 feet straight towards it.
Second 100.
Oh yeah, thank you. Give us another D100 there, big man.
Got to keep it fair for everyone.
Absolutely.
39. After your attack, you could attempt to grapple your opponent. I mean, that's all it fucking does is grapple. So that's null and void. So it is going to drag you
another
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You are now, it's grabbed you 30 feet, and I'm going to say we are going to get Pythagoras up in this bitch, and what you do see is you're kind of maybe 10 feet below it, and dangling over this rushing river now. You can see now that this thing hanging upside down looks up until very recently looked to be just another stalactite. I'm going to shift Z this motherfucker, and as you look now, you can see this hideous orange and malignant sort of yellow rotten looking eye in the middle, this black slit widening and opening, and almost in hunger and excitement as the thought of dragging you and your crunchy bones into this huge massive fleshy mouth ringed with these inward pointing fangs and teeth. They're slavering with saliva, and it's very, very, very almost turned on by the fact that it's going to eat you now. I think that is all it can do. Spider climb, the grasping tentacles. Okay, now we're going to go to initiative. So it wasn't seen, so it has advantage on this. So I can get everyone to roll initiative for me, please. As we kick off with this combat. So where's this little boyo here?
Let's fucking go!
So many boons.
Yes.
What the fuck? Are there boons kicking in here?
Yeah, loads of it.
Oh my
Holy
God.
shit. Where is its initiative here? I'm two, where the fuck, there we go. Boop.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Ryan, that's... Oh.
That's a 13. I'm going to roll D20 and see if I can get something better. No, actually, no, I'll just roll
Considering I'm the
initiative.
closest as well, that's fucking terrible.
I rolled once as torch by mistake.
I
Okay,
don't
that's
even
fine.
know which direction
So I've
he's
got a
going, so-
13 then, so the initiative order, where's my fucking turn order?
Question.
Yeah,
Initiative counts as a skill check, correct?
I think so, yeah.
So a boon could be added to...
No.
Damn.
No, we're
Have
not
a-
adding boons
that's
to
a
initiative,
fucking-
unfortunately. So torch, how can I... Okay, well, you're gonna have to stay as torch. Ren Scales is in. The Roper got a 13. Is it right? Credit Roper in twice? No, it's not. Are we all in then?
I'm in, but I'm not torch, so I did roll as Robert as well.
Oh, did you? Sorry. Okay, right. Well, then let me just delete torch. I see Robert. Okay, so we're gonna sort from top down. Of course, Robert is in first. Robert, you can hear some sort of struggling sounds coming from down the corridor. Orixiam, do you shout out?
I'd say there might have been a expression of some sort of a loud exhalation when he was reefed 30 feet into the air.
Okay, yeah. Well, you like you're not being choked or anything, so you can scream or or shout instructions or descriptions to your party members if you wish, and that will be a free action at the top of the round if you want to do that now, or you can choose not to. It's your choice.
Let's say as he fling into the air, like, what the hell are you?
Okay, cool. So would imagine Mazzello hears that, and maybe Mazzello can let people know what's going on. But until then, Robert, I think you have a good passive, so I'm happy to say that carries around. What would you like to do, Robert?
Which way is Orixiam? I don't know.
Oh, make a perception
I was
check.
not here.
Oh, well, that's fair enough. He would be west.
Okay. I will run bonus action dash that way. Just to see what I can see this way.
As you move through, again, you can see the sort of bioluminescence from the mushrooms and the algae and the gems that sort of poke out of these cave walls in a sort of irregular manner. You can see there are some spider webs and whatnot. As you head down that dark corridor, though, carrying your torch, casting these eerie shadows and flickers across the corridor, you can hear now the sounds of combat and metal being sort of bent and groaning in protest as this creature's tendrils just wrap tighter and tighter around Orixiam. You see there Mazzello in front of you.
I will use my action to dash as well.
Okay, 30 feet. That gets you to beside Mazzello.
Let me see.
You got a bonus action now. Or did you use your bonus action
I
to dash?
already used my bonus action to dash
So
as
you've
well.
got
So it's action, bonus action. No, movement as well. It
Oh,
took
okay.
all of everything I have just to get
Alright.
there.
Okay.
My armor class is higher. What happened?
Oh, you got a shield.
Oh,
You have shields.
did I get a
You
shield?
got a shield +1. It's on loan from the Church of the Platinum Dragon.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna have a thing for that, but then I couldn't make it.
You don't. You can leave it behind if you don't want it.
No, it's to me. It's not. Doesn't matter what the shield is. I just need a shield. But yes.
Okay,
thanks for,
excellent.
Thanks,
Well, I
thanks for
don't-
the loan, guys.
Don't tell them that. Okay, if that's it for Robert, we'll move on to Wren.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm assuming Rang just seen Robert took off sprinting. Like he probably didn't hear what Orixiam said because
Yeah, I'm happy
he's
to
missing
say
an
you
ear.
definitely saw that.
So he's just gonna walk 30 feet to here and
Yeah.
stop. See, he doesn't really see anything else except for Orixiam and them. So he's gonna go dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to here. He's like, "What's up?" And I look out and he's like, "Oh, it's Kev."
That's it for Wren.
I have dark vision now. Looking up, I wouldn't see Orixiam.
No,
hanging
you
out,
cannot. I mean, if you want to draw a line and see if you can catch the edge of the roper there, that isn't. No.
No, I don't
So
think I
you
could.
see
Yeah, no,
nothing
just
at the
like
moment. Moving on then. Scales, what have you got, buddy?
Oh, hey, we're going this way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
More.
And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Scales is just like, hey, we're going this way. Woo!
That is it for Scales then. The greater
Scales,
roper
yeah.
is going to use its movement to drag you along. Let me just check what its movement is first as I move up here. It is 30 feet up above the river, and it's going to use its movement, which is 15 feet, lads. That's not fucking great. 5, 10, 15. It's going to get to there. He's going to take Orixiam with it. Let me see if I can spy anyone here now on this from one of its tendrils. No, it's going to make all of its attacks against Orixiam, but first off, it's going to reel you in closer, Orixiam. It's going to use its reel. It's keeping things really real. So here we go. So it's going to pull you up by 30 feet, and now it has you right against this horrifically smelling toothy maw, to use a Matt Mercerism, and its eye is wide now, and you can see it's salivating with the thought of crunching you. That is exactly what it's going to do first. So what it will normally do is it will use its multi attack. So it's going to make 6 tendril attacks. Use reel. Doesn't need to reel. Well, it uses reel, and it's going to make 1 attack with a bite. Let's do the bite first. Zip zap skibbity bap. As it draws you in, you can see now almost like the jaws dislocate with this horrible cracking sound, and its mouth grows impossibly wide. And you see you're going to fit right in there. Here comes the bite. That's a 15.
Miss.
Would a boon help?
No.
Shit fuck bollocks. Okay. Will we see what the damage would have been?
Sure.
Nah, let's give that for the next round. So it's gonna make 5 tendril attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why is this not automatically?
Let's pour up a little old shieldy shield, and all of those miss.
All of those miss. Wow. What does that look like when all of those shields start attacking?
Well, as this giant maw starts salivating as described and misses, and then starts flinging all these tendrils, a giant radiant dragon head explodes, blowing the tendrils away.
Amazing, amazing. And while that awesome description was happening, I just wielded the banhammer on Billy Yano, motherfucker. You're out of here, buddy.
I was trying to, but it wouldn't work.
It's alright. I'm multitasking like a motherfucker. You're gone. You go, Billy. So that is, I mean, that's fucking epic. So the shield just and oh look, I spy a nat 1 there.
Double that one as well.
Yeah, so let's roll a D100 there and let's see what happens to the roper. Here we go, D100.
It falls prone.
69. Nice.
Nice.
I need to rewrite my fucking I need to rewrite my table for something awesome to happen at 69. You were able to take the that's the wrong one. 69. The weapon slips from your hand. Unfortunately, the weapons are a part of it, so it doesn't do anything.
Does Orixiam slip from his hand?
Well, I'll tell you what then. There are 6 tendrils, so let's see if you want to roll it. So, do you want to pick a number between 1 to 6, or Stephen, that you think would be your lucky number? And then if you roll that on a d6, you fall from the roper's grasp into the fast-flowing, very deep river that may or may not have some creatures living in it.
You know, I'll go for the 6 if that's the option. I kind of wish this was related to a gecko and one of its tendrils fell off, but yeah, I'll go for a swim.
So if you roll a 6, you drop.
Oh, you want me to roll the d6?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Did it roll? No, did it roll? There we go. 5.
5, yeah, no, unfortunately, it still has you, and the grip is getting tighter and tighter now.
I think you might be able to argue, fortunately, Orixiam's wearing very heavy armor, and that's very fast-flowing water. That might be a problem.
No, but I did forget that you're going to take some more damage on the very first attack. You'll take another 6 points of damage at the start of each of the roper's turns, as this tendril again is just growing tighter and tighter and crunching. You can feel now armor plates begin to bend inwards, and just sort of your like your ribs aren't cracking per se. Nice, nice, Robert. That looks pretty awesome. Robert's just standing there sketching the fucking thing while
into the camera. I know Robert hasn't seen him yet. But,
yeah, that's okay. Yes, you're going to take that damage. Moving on from the greater rope, Orixiam, it's your turn. Would you like to try and break the grapple, or are you just going to start blasting?
Oh, I think it's time for some Underdark sushi. Bonus action, insightful maneuver. With Flash of Insight, you know how to take advantage of your foes' vulnerabilities. Until the end of your turn, the target has vulnerability to one type of damage, radiant. Additionally, if the target has any other vulnerabilities, you learn them.
For the Flash of Insight, you know, take advantage of until the end of your turn. The target has vulnerability to one type of damage.
Yep. And I learned if it has any other vulnerabilities.
That is fucking broken, but we'll do it. Okay, let me open up the character sheet. Oh, okay, I'm going to start playing dirty now. Vulnerabilities. Do. It does not have any damage vulnerabilities, I'm afraid.
Alright, well, it's vulnerable to radiant at the minute. So let's give it a little longsword swish.
Okay, VBK Action 93 wants to know, has a trivia question that's for D&D. Stick it in the chat there, and I'm sure our chat community will try and answer for you. But if you try and sell anything, we will crush you with the banhammer. Welcome along.
There's a 21 hit.
21 will hit. The creature's AC is. What am I after doing? The creature's AC is. It is 21.
Ooh.
So you just hit it. So that kind of changes things, I think, lads and ladies.
And then It's not a fiend by any chance, is it?
It is. I feel like it's a monstrosity, but let's see. It is a huge monstrosity. Typically, and it's typically neutral evil. So do with that what you will.
It's not a crit, but that is 17 on the divine smite, making it 34.
It may as well be a crit.
So 34, 30, 47 points of damage on the first attack.
Yeah.
And let's swing again.
So Orixiam just turned into a living nuke.
Oh, that's a nat 1.
Is that? Oh, bollocks. Why is it?
If anyone wants to sub and give Orixiam inspo.
It's a 28 for
A 28. Okay, so we've done the 34 points of damage. The second strike, unfortunately, you feel your weapon just... The first hit just connects and there's a flash of radiant energy, but you can see now a second tendril just wraps around your arm, begins to crush your wrist, and you feel this pain spiking up your right arm and down into your chest, and you feel like almost you're going to drop your weapon. So I'm going to see what that is on the D1 hundo there. What did you roll? You rolled a 28.
28.
You lose your balance while attacking, you fall prone, and your movement is reduced to 0. That is not relevant for now, because you were being held in the air by this creature who is 30 feet up. Actually, yeah, it's about 30 feet up. So, is that it for you?
Bonus action, no movement. Yep.
All right, moving on from Orixiam. Darak, how fast are your little legs gonna get you over here?
Darius is like, always leave the dwarf behind. Time to run.
Time to run.
5, 10.
Oh,
15,
Jesus Christ, Darak.
25.
We gotta get this guy boots of speed or something.
And at that point, he's just now like sweating it, but it's like, catch you with your long legs. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Alright, that's all.
Okay, moving on. Mizelu, you are the bottom of the round, my friend. What are you doing?
I have one thing I can do, but I don't think it's gonna. It's kind of risky.
Hey, Sticks22, nice to see you in the chat. 5th level fireball, says Taco Bear.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, it's you posed the question, which is what 5th level spell is almost able to kill nearly any creature and is more broken than most realize.
Oh, I have no idea.
I guess be Soldier as well as like.
I did say Soldier,
yeah.
but he didn't say anything. I could be
Polymorph.
wrong.
Polymorph's the 3rd level.
Anyway, let's get back to the game in hand. And Mizelu, what are you up to?
I just moved. That's all I could do.
Really? Oh shit! You're right. Yeah. That's fair. You moved a hell of a lot. Robert, you're back, buddy.
Robert, I just gotta get back to Roll20 here and not the stream. That's still Roll20. I mean, still the stream. Anyway, I can't see this dude, right? Not yet.
If you move, not yet. No, if you move out, you will be able to.
I just want to get to a point where I can. Okay, my mouse is acting up. Hold on.
I can move you if you wish.
I just want to move the torch with me as I go. Okay. And not move that torch. Man, life is a struggle. There we go. Okay. I'll move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll move right up to there. Can I see?
Unfortunately, it is. You can see Mizelu. Well, what's the range of your torch?
It lets me see Mizelu on the.
Yeah, well, there you go. Cool. If you can see Mizelu, that's great. You cannot see the greater rope. Unfortunately, it's 30 feet in the air.
Yeah, I'll bonus action dash again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, now you can see it.
Yes, I'll.
Just about see it. Given it's 30 feet in the air and you are 5, 10, 15 feet from it. But I'm happy to say you can see it now.
Okay. And I just gotta open my character sheet and see what I can actually do about him being all the way over there. Okay. Yes, indeed. I will. I'll just throw a silver dagger of returning at it for now. See what happens.
Okay, roll to it. 21 is AC.
21 is AC?
That's a nat 1, buddy.
That's not fair.
Nat 1 for 9. Can I get a D100, please?
So, Dave, after rolling like bad consecutive games in a row, how much did you pay for the macro to give you all the 20s and us all the ones?
91, buddy. You lose your footing while attacking and fall to the ground, bumping your head. You fall prone, roll a DC 10 con save, and if failure, take 1d6 damage and are knocked unconscious for a minute.
Nice.
DC 10
Okay.
con save.
I'm coming at you. I'm just.
Most undexterous rogue ever.
Oh, that's a check. Sorry, but it's still fine.
That's still fine. Give me 1 second. Sorry. What are you asking me?
Trying to grade out on the screen.
No, that's Orixiam's
That's what I thought.
aura, I think. Yeah.
Was
that
it,
what that?
was it DC? What was
Sorry,
it?
DC 10. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can get me 2 more. Thanks. You are. Yeah. So that's fine. You are. You do fall prone. That's your movement. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Okay. Anything else you want to do?
No, that's
Wren.
it.
Yeah. I'm going to go. I can see it from here, but I'm gonna go. Where am I gonna go? 5. That's
Orixiam,
enough.
is that the size of your aura?
And I'm
Sorry?
going to-
Huge circular aura there that we can see.
No,
But
mine
if,
is this. Oh, you
Might
can't
be a
see
s-
that. No, mine's only 10 feet.
What is the fucking? Let me see if that moves. It doesn't move.
No, it is Orixiam's.
Mine's a square.
Yeah, but it's because you're not in a center of a square. Where you've
Are
been
you
placed
see every
is in the
time you
middle
move,
of-
there's a huge giant aura around you.
Mine is here to here to here.
Yeah,
to here.
it's his one.
Let me see. Thanks. I'm
Let
gonna
me
see if
turn
I
it
can-
off.
No, I'm just gonna see what it is. You have a
Leave
60-foot
Orixiam's
radius
token.
circle. Yeah, let's get rid of that.
Is vision maybe?
Oh,
There we go.
Sorry.
That's okay. Oh, look at that lovely
Um,
map now. We can see more of it.
Now, Dave, question for you here.
Yeah, it's your turn. Yeah.
Would I be like Ren's seen Orixiam like do stuff before? Would Ren be of the understanding that Orixiam might be able to land on the ground from there instead of in the river if he jumped or if he was dropped? This is only 5 feet away.
If he was dropped straight down, there would be no way to propel himself to the other side. So he would probably hit.
Roll.
I mean,
Oh, that's
tuck and,
good,
tuck and rolling implies movement.
Yeah, true.
So,
Actually, good point.
unfortunately, no. He would. Oh, thank you. What are they? Oh, nice.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay. Then I am going to get this. Actually, I'm gonna get and cast haste on Orixiam,
Okay.
and that's it.
It's a range of haste.
I think it's. Oh no, it's 30, not 60. Sam, that's wrong. I think. Sorry, did I even drop that one?
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's 30.
Oh,
You got
No, it's
pretty
30 feet.
much-
Sorry, that's my bad. Misunderstood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't do that
Okay.
then if it's only
No
30
worries.
feet. I'd know
Yeah,
that.
that's fine.
Sorry, but I was looking at a different spell while I was doing it. Yeah, no, I'm just going to shoot this thing then. Magic Missile wand has full charges, so I'm going to dump 6 charges of Magic Missile into
6
this thing.
charges of magic missile into it. No
That's
problem
3
at all.
plus 5, that is 5d4 plus. Oh, no, wait, 3 plus 5, that's 8d4 plus 8. So it's 8d4 plus 8. It takes 28 points of damage.
28 points of damage. You see your magic missiles fly through the air. You have vision, do you? You can see it? Okay, yeah.
You have
yeah.
dark vision. Thanks
Your
to my
magic
thing.
missiles
Yeah, I
leave
can
your
just about
wand,
see it.
and you can feel the pulsing energy thrumming through your hand as this you release almost the wand's full potential, and they shoot through the air, just flying and darting around Mazellu and Robert, and narrowly missing Orixiam. Just seems like thump, 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 thump. Dull thuds Orixiam you hear, and the creature screeches a high-pitched screech as these things just vanish as they hit it. Is that it for you, Wren?
Yeah, move back to here so it can't grab me.
Scales, you're up, buddy.
It's
Another
a-
thing, like get another time when something's high up or flying and you can't get it.
5,
You
10,
have to work
Just
on
go
it.
wings.
20,
Well,
25, 30, 35, 40. So, can Scales see it by the light of Robert's torch? Would it have enough lighting to be visible?
Not from there, no.
Okay. So then Scales has no option but to use his action to go 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah, you
I'm
can
sure
see
he
it
can
now.
see it now.
You definitely
Okay.
see it now, yeah.
Okay, so that's Scales' turn.
Okay, moving on. The Greater Roper's turn. First off, it's going to make one attack against Actually, it's going to use its bite attack against Orixiam again. So here we go. Let's go. As again, you can see it. Almost after its jaws part for that ear-piercing scream, you can see now they go to clamp down on you again. Here we go with the bite. It's a 27.
Yep.
Here comes the damage. That's 31 points of piercing damage. As you feel now these huge teeth just clamp down you, just crushing through the armor. Blood begins to seep through, and you can see the creature's eye widen as it begins to salivate heavily with a taste of blood now. It screeches in what sounds like a kind of a victorious manner as it's incredibly happy. You're also going to take another 6 points of damage because of the tendril it has around you, so you're now down. Yeah.
So I have a question. Scales got Silvery Barbarian last time as a reaction. Spell,
you do not get that until you take a long rest.
Oh no! Okay, score.
Yep. I was very specific about that.
So I know for the future, it does specify a duplicate of yourself rushes forward towards a target within 30 feet. Can that rushing forward be rushing up?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. That's all I wanted to know for the next time.
That's all right. So that's so yeah, Orixiam. Now you can see Orixiam just all of the strength beginning to leave his body as he's sort of dangling limply like a rag doll. This thing is thrashing him around. You can see though he is sort of heroically still clinging to his blade, and Orixiam, it's almost as you're in single digits of hit points, you almost hear the voice of the fallen paladin saying, Fight on, brother. And that is that. So the next attack is going to be one against Robert. Here we go with a tendril.
Oh, yeah.
It's a 20 to hit.
Does it?
Doesn't hit.
Okay.
Okay.
No. It hits. I just.
It hits. Sorry. Okay. Okay.
Didn't see if it was. Yeah, 28.
So it hits. Okay. So it's going to do. You are now grappled, and it's going to do. Let me just hit the damage there. You're going to take 5 points of bludgeoning damage, and you will take 7 each round unless you. Do you know what? I'm just going to say you take 5 and it will be 5, right? Because it's just easier to fucking remember. So you're going to take another 5 if you're not out of it. So you take 5 bludgeoning damage. It now has you grappled. So I need to. You have a little thing in your thing there. Thank you. So that's 2 tendril attacks. It has another 3. I'm going to go do one on scales. That's a 24.
Hits.
Scales, you are now grappled. You take 7 bludgeoning damage, and you will take 7 on the next turn. That's 4. Here comes another tendril at Mizelu. These things are no joke, lads. That's 27.
I think that hits.
Yeah, you're going to take 5 and 5 at the start of the Roper's next turn, unless you release yourself. Release me. Everyone, please remember those amounts, because I will not. That is all it can do, except for its movement. It will go 5, 10, 15, and you're all going to move with it. So please move your tokens. Orixiam, you're right there. Scales and Mazzella, you're now over the water. Just move yourself 15 feet towards the Roper, please. And that is all it can do. Orixiam, you are up, my friend. What are you going to do? I feel like a fucking lay on hands needs to happen here, buddy, with everything you got, or else you're fucking toast.
What is...
Hang on 1 second. What'd you say?
Orixiam got some healing.
Orixiam got some healing. 1d4 for Orixiam from Algra. Thank you very much, Algra.
Thank you, Algra.
You can roll that whenever you want. That's that might make the difference.
Single point.
Yeah.
Superior healing potion. What is the healing for the superior?
8, isn't it?
D8 plus 8. Let me look it up. So I'm sure there's someone in the chat that knows.
No, it'd be 8d4 plus 8, wouldn't it?
Trying to take the 8.
Superior. They're not in the fucking thing.
I was trying to look in the compendium, couldn't find it.
Okay, let me just look it up on
now.
Google. Yeah,
More
some
healing, Orixiam.
more healing. You got another 100 from Kate. I'm not sure the
Okay.
Technomancer should be able to fucking heal people, but okay.
It's 8d4 plus 8.
It's 8d4 plus 8. If you want to
so.
use your action, you can get the max. Is lay on hands an action?
That's only fair.
Lay on hands is also an action. Another 3. Thanks, Kate. So brings us to 8. So
You can do lay on hands and take the potion as a bonus action. Or, I mean, not to be that guy, but I'm going to be that guy. Can you cast Misty Step?
Nope.
No? Shit, alright.
You know that would have been done a long time ago.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking, why hasn't he fucking done this? It's like...
No, he is devoted. He is not vengeful yet.
Oh.
Bubbity bubbity bop. Bubbity bubbity bop. Yeah, in the back of his head, he hears Bigsby. Young master, take this with you. And let's skull an old healing potion.
Are you going to skull it as an action? Boothby, it's fine. Are you going to skull the whole thing in one action? Or are you going to use a bonus action and keep your action? So if you use your action, you will just get the max healing. You don't roll dice. If
Yeah,
you
I'm
roll a
just gonna
bonus
have to do
action...
full action, just because with the way I'm rolling tonight, I'll get like 8 points of healing.
Yeah.
So
what is it?
4 by 8, 16,
8.
32 plus 40 points of healing.
That's nice. Yeah, as you crack open the bottle, you can feel now it like you kind of reach in, and as this thing is tightening again and tightening again, your hands are clenching involuntarily, and you can feel now just as you pull that bottle out, you actually snap the you actually snap the spout of it off. You're holding this sort of thing in your hand, and you just glug 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 glug. You just sort of shove it into your face. You can feel it cutting your lips, but nevertheless, you do manage to gain the full effect of this potion. You feel now your bones begin to reset, and the cuts begin to knit up. And this thing sort of smells the healing potion and lets out a screech. Screech
Dave,
of defiance. Yes.
Interesting question. Does the roper have the same amount of attacks when it is holding multiple people?
No.
Or okay.
It can't use that. It can't use that tendril once it's now. It can use it to grip tighter on you.
Yeah.
But it can't pick up new people.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. Has you all anyway. Anything else, Orixiam?
Yeah, bonus action, branding smite.
Yes.
Okay, next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack before the spell ends, the weapon gleams with astral radiance as you strike. The attack deals an extra 2d6 radiant damage to the target. Nice, which becomes visible if it's invisible, and the target sheds dim light in a 5-foot radius and can't become invisible until the spell ends. You know that your spell you cast that made it vulnerable only lasts until the end of your turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I thought you're just in case you were trying to do it in combination with that. I just
No.
wanted to make sure
It's
that you
because
didn't
people
waste your
can't
action.
see it from a distance, and now,
Yeah.
well, hopefully it'll glow if I hit it.
I will have it shed light now. Give me 1 second.
It hasn't been hit yet. It doesn't have to. I have to hit it.
Oh, sorry. Of course. Yeah. Thank you for that. Okay, moving on. Orixiam, Derek.
Only thing that Derek can do is try to keep up. That's how he's going to sound.
We need to get him some fucking boots of speed. Seriously. Next time you get back to town, Derek, that's your job. Find some boots of speed.
I wonder if there was a benevolent person that could give items whenever they wished.
Is that as far as you got?
I'm going to move now.
Okay, cool. Sorry, because you were off the screen. I didn't know if you had or not.
Yeah, so he's taking a deep breath.
Yeah.
And march on. 5, 10,
Nice.
15,
Okay.
25. And then dash 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, shit.
Yeah. As you see this thing now. Well, you've dark vision of 60 feet, so you cannot actually see it yet. But you can see Robert, Scales, and Mizelu just like held by these like tentacles, and they're just kind of thrashing them around while they're over the water.
I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
Wow, no, it's not going where you think it is. That is it for Dark Mizelu. What would you like to do? You're now restrained by this creature. Let me just type in what happens. The tendril. Sorry, I'll just type it in. It's not an attack. It's just Okay, cool. The target is grappled. Escape is DC 16. Until the grapple ends, target is restrained. Has disadvantage on strength checks and saving throws, and takes that amount of damage. So, just so you know what you're up against. What would you like to do, Mazelu? Again, you can feel it just beginning to constrict tighter and tighter now around you.
With one hand on the rope that's now on my waistband,
Yeah.
I'm going to look at this creature, and with the other hand, I'm going to need you to do me a charisma saving throw, please.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was planning, but I was out of range.
Oh, lads, it's got -2 on this. What's the DC?
16. Oh, you
That is a
lucky
16, my friend.
But is that the -2? It is.
Yeah,
That is with the
yeah,
-2.
yeah.
I rolled an 18 with a -2. Again, and just so you know, it does a magic resistance, so it has advantage in saving throws against spells and effects. So let's just see what it would have rolled again.
Everything down here
Even though
seems
it
a
didn't
magic
need
resistance.
to.
That's
Well,
very
the
That's
strange.
a 13.
Was the advantage, wasn't it?
I know, I just wanted to see what it would have rolled as well. Because my
Okay.
rolls are pretty good at the moment. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
it's almost
Yeah,
like
I know,
you've
right?
done something to it.
I wish I could. Okay, cool. So yeah.
With my movement, will you allow me to try something?
Yeah.
I want to try and wrap myself further in it and get closer to Orixiam. Like, I want to spin as if, you know, like you see the people that do the cartwheels and shit on...
Cirque du
Fred.
Soleil.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
You want
okay,
to yo-yo
okay.
yourself with it.
Yeah, I want to
basically.
yo myself up his tentacle so I can get closer into it.
Wow.
This thing
I
just goes
would
like that
say,
and slammed you into the ground and pulled you back up.
I'm gonna say the DC for this is 15, but it is gonna be, well,
What is it? Athletics.
So you disadvantage on all strength checks and saving throws. I will say the DC for this is 12 if you use athletics at disadvantage, but it's 18 if you want to use acrobatics straight.
No chance. Look at the athletics.
Okay. Disadvantage 12.
Do you know what? I use that boon.
You're gonna use that boon?
We're going to use one of my boons. There you go.
Okay,
It's a
you managed to
15.
roll yourself up and twist as quick as you can. You find yourself now a little bit closer to Orixiam.
Grab
Are you
his
gonna reach-
tentacle and twist it.
Are you going to try and do anything? Is
I'll
like
try
that
my
if you're in?
action. That's
Okay.
it, yeah.
Robert, you're up, buddy. You are now going to take whatever points of damage you
5
took
points.
first place. 5 points of damage. Again,
Oh,
this
wait,
is
do I take
tentacle.
Inference.
or do I take the 7 I did on the first attack?
You'll take 5 points of damage.
Okay.
As again you feel his tentacle begin to just tighten up now and drag you closer and closer. You feel bones cracking and the
I will
pain
uncanny
shoots up down your
dodge
back.
to reduce the damage to 3 or 2.
Okay.
Which is it, 3 or 2? 3, right?
You round down, so it'll reduce it to 2.
Okay, so that's good. Then I will steady aim because
Yep.
I'm restrained and can't really go anywhere anyway. And stab this tentacle that is holding me.
Okay, we'll roll to hit. It takes you to 21.
Oh. Wait, hold on. I'm restrained, right?
Yeah.
Let me just look at the wording of something first. Where is it? Yeah, I can't get sneak attack, so it's just a straight roll.
Yeah.
It's just a normal hit. It's a straight roll because I'm restrained and there's no sneak attack damage on this because
Yep.
I have disadvantage. So instead of dagger, I'd rather use my rapier.
Yeah, you can attack the tendril if you wish.
I'm assuming that doesn't hit.
It does not hit. Its AC is... Hold on, I think the tendrils have a different AC. Let me just see. Their AC is also 21, but they have a lower amount of hit points.
Okay.
Okay, that's it for Robert. Ren, you're up. What'd you like to do?
Cool. I'm going to move, get it back within my line of sight. So I'm going to go to
If you like this map, people, this is made by It's a Map, who's sitting right behind me, and she's open for commissions.
Pleasure. Yep. Fuck it, Mazzelli had a good idea. Charisma save again, please. I know you have advantage, but it's all I can think of that can do it without hurting the others.
What's the range on this?
It's a banishment, which is 60 feet, and I can see it.
Definitely 60 feet?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Here comes the charisma save from the...
It's actually a DC 17 as well, because it's the one with the War Mage.
Okay. 18, buddy.
Yeah, fair. That's
it
for me.
I do not know what's going on at my...
Turn off Mark's macro.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm going to turn this on.
Or at least send it to me.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So, that is... unfortunately, it resists. Yeah.
I'm out of all my good spell slots now, guys. It's on
really
you.
Shit. Scales, you're up, buddy. What's happening?
So Scales...
First off, you're going to take some damage.
We'll take his 4 points of damage.
You haven't raged yet, so it's...
I have not raged yet, so I get the full 4 points. However, Scales is going to rage. When Scales rages, instinctive pounce lets him move half his movement speed, but because he's grappled, I assume that doesn't.
Unfortunately, it would be a pounce sort of that you would jump off something or whatever else, you know. So,
in fairness, if he was able to use it, he was just going to pounce further up the creature's head.
Okay.
He wasn't going to go far. He is at disadvantage to attack, but he's going to recklessly attack to bring that back to normal.
Nice. Okay.
And he will whack it twice with his turtle mace.
You're going to hit the tendril that has you?
I think he's aiming more at the main body near him.
You don't have the reach.
Oof. And then his second attack is... Ooh, and that's 20.
Isn't that disadvantage?
No, because I'm...
No, okay. Well, that's a nat... Oh, sorry, of course. Yeah. So 29 to hit. So you will hit the tendril for how much damage?
So that was 6 plus 5 is 11. 14 points of damage.
Okay, as you hammer down on this thing, you can... 29.
I think that's disarm, isn't it?
You know, you begin to recognize patterns in your opponent's fighting technique. You gain +2 to your AC against your target, and advantage on all saving throws from effects originating from your target until your next turn. So you gain +2 in your AC until the end of your next turn.
Oh,
nice.
But also you do the damage to the tendril is, what is it, 65, 14 points of damage. Yeah, as you crunch down on this tendril now, you can hear some cracking, almost like if you can imagine the thing is made out of like wet paper mache, and it's beginning to just punch through. You can hear the creature screech now, but almost in response to that, you can see a new tendril almost beginning to grow.
Okay. Now, my ancestral guardians who came out this time, are they going to be harassing the roper or this one particular tendril?
They will be harassing the creature itself.
Okay.
And as you do that, your ancestral guardians appear. They all just they all appear along this bridge. They're all wearing robes, and they're just in this very sort of solemn bowing pattern, and then they throw back the robes, and you can see this ghostly dragonborn begin to just throw spears and javelins at it just to try and distract it. Yeah, is that it for Scales?
That is it for Scales.
Okay, moving on. The Greater Roper is going to drop Scales into the river. It's going to drop Mazzellu into the river. You are now released. You will fall the 30 feet into the water, and you will move 30 feet down. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Scales, you're down there. Robert and Orixiam. Orixiam is going to so to release you two, it's going to first off, it's going to try and constrict Wren. It's got a 60-foot reach, so here comes the first attack. Token settings. Why is that there?
It is at disadvantage, though.
That's okay, yeah. No problem at all. So it's a disadvantage with the first tendril. Here we go. So 19. Shield. What's your AC now?
My AC is currently 15 with my mage armor. Shield brings it to 20.
So I just need to use a boon to hit you then, which I will do. So there's a D4 boon. You can knock that off, my wonderful Technomancer wifeling. So it hits you for that.
Good thing she's a Steam Deck to be able to change them boons.
Oh yeah, I tell you.
Jokes on it. I'm not stuck up there with it. It's stuck up there with me.
And it's 7 bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled. It's going to keep you.
Wren has resistance to that damage, by the way.
I do.
Okay, cool. So it's got you there. It's going to hold you there. It's not going to bring you any closer. It's just going to continue to constrict you there and keep you out of the way. Second attack is not going to get Darak. It's going to just give Mazzellu and Scales a slap. So here comes Mazzellu at disadvantage. That's a 17.
Spank.
That does not hit.
Okay, and Scales. That's a 16.
Does not hit.
It's going to use its other 2 tendrils to hit Wren twice and slap him around the face and neck.
Still need speed of 20 because shield.
Yeah. That is a 12 and a nat 1. So let's roll a D1. Wren, roll us a D100 there. As you can see now, just these tentacles just flying around the room, and they're unfurling. 57.
You weren't at disadvantage, were you?
It was because of the.
I was because of the things.
Ancestral guardians.
I'd love to imagine that the ancestral guardians are just all stood on the ground, just chucking rocks at it.
Well, I just described them as throwing spears at it. Yeah, so you lose your grip as your attack. Roll a DC, you drop your weapon, so it doesn't have a weapon to drop. Okay, cool. It doesn't have any more attacks other than the bite it's going to make against Orixiam. Orixiam, you're going to... Sorry, no, it's not your turn. Here comes the bite.
There's no chance I could ask for the same thing that Orixiam got with the dropping weapon thing and roll.
No.
I've
been far too generous. That is a 14.
It's 14? Oh,
yeah, because it's at disadvantage, right?
Apologies.
It is at disadvantage.
Can I see the description of the Ancestral Guardians? Do you need to be in melee combat with it?
It's the last creature I hit becomes the target of the warriors until the start of my next turn.
Okay, cool. No worries. That is it. It's going to use its movement. I think it's going to go 5, 10. Actually, it's going to go 5. So it was there. It's going to go 5, 10, 15 this way. A little bit further away from everyone else to move that there. Robert, you're going to... No, it's going to leave you there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it does. Its tendrils are 60-foot reach. Orixiam, you're up, buddy. What have you got?
So the strength check to break the grapple is an action.
It is an action, yeah.
Still has Wren.
Throw in the tendril again. This is not an attack, it's just a description. DC is 16, but you are at disadvantage on strength checks and saving throws.
The river that's rushing away with Mazzellu and Scales, does that go through like under the wall, or is there like
It goes under the wall. Underwall is my favorite Oasis song.
Just gonna completely disregard that one. How dare you? This is fucking selfish choice.
It's a good monster.
You know what your brother would tell you, if that's what you're wondering.
He might not make the strength check because of that disadvantage. Yeah, he's just gonna try to kill the fucking thing and then swim.
Well, yeah, they're lovely.
Swish. Oh, that disadvantage. Oh, fuck. 12. Fucking set the thing up. Right, so the first attack misses thanks to disadvantage. Second attack 18. Let's roll a boon. We need a hit.
You need 3. That's a 3.
We got the 3.
Okay.
So that's 10 points of slashing and 5 points of radiant as the branding smite illuminates it. So 15 points total.
15 points total. Okay, minus 15.
The damage as well.
And I'm going to give it have it shed bright light, token aura. Dynamic lighting. And how much bright light does it shed?
Uno momento. It's not bright light, it's dim light.
Okay.
Dim light in a 5-foot radius and can't become invisible.
No problem at all. There we go. Now you should see a little bit of dim light around it. Okay, Orixiam, yeah, as you swing there again, your blade connects and that branding smite is triggered with another shriek. The tendrils tighten on anyone that's holding Wren. You can see almost like as a reaction, you feel your ribs begin to crack. And you feel like the blood pressure just rises. Your face begins to get redder and redder as your sort of the breath is driven from your lungs. And Orixiam, yeah, but with that strike, you can now see there is a kind of a fleshy underbody underneath this sort of rocky exterior, and the creature's eye narrows and then just focuses on you. What would you like to do? Is that it?
The fleshy underbody, is it minty or looking a bit?
I would say you've gone
frayed
through roughly 50% of its hit points.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring. Yeah, no, that's furiously Orixiam.
Okay, Derek, you're up, buddy. Come on, man, you got to get in here and make a difference.
I had now chance to go through and think what I'm gonna do. He's gonna definitely have to get some distance in. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Just want to measure. That's fine.
What are you doing?
Derek is going to cast a 5th level spell.
Fifth level spell.
Yeah, as you want to cast a spell, this amulet necklace of the Raven Queen starts like floating up, like, and starts shining as he calls up. Oh, call upon the Raven Queen to grant me the magic to summon the Celestial.
Oh shit! You're summoning a Celestial. We call forth a celestial spirit. It manifests in an angelic form in an unoccupied space you can see within range. The corporeal form uses the celestial spirit stat block. When you cast a spell, choose an Avenger or Defender. Your choice determines the creature's attack in the stat block. The creature disappears when it drops 0 hit points. The spell ends. The creature is an ally to you and your companions in combat. The creature shares your initiative count, but it takes its turn immediately after yours. It obeys your verbal command. So what would you like, an Avenger or a Defender?
A Defender.
Okay.
So
Celestial, I'm going to pull it in for you now.
Just
Celestial
behind
Spirit.
it.
Just behind you?
No, behind the creature.
Okay. Let's see if it has a fly speed.
Celestial should.
Yeah,
Yeah, it has a fly of 40 feet. I'm going to put this in your... You should be able to control this now, and you can have a look through your thingy. Where's it gone? Let me just try and find you.
I think Derek should get an extra 5 foot of walking speed because he put on his fucking big boots today.
This is a big boy fucking boots. Okay, Derek, you should be able to see that now.
Yep.
I don't know what the difference is between
higher AC and lower attack if they switch.
Yeah, the Defender has melee attack, and the other one.
I see it there. Yeah.
Range
so its armor class is 11 plus the level of the spell. I'm going to say so. You cast it at 5th.
So it's 16.
AC is 16, and its hit points are 40 plus 10 for each level above 5th, which is 40.
Yeah, it's 40.
Okay.
Okay. So
what does this look like, Derek? What does the creature look like when it operates?
As Derek casts a spell and summon the Celestial, you just see basically the ravens fly all over and starts moving behind the creature, and you just see the Celestial form, but that picture is, but you still see some moving of the ravens going above his skin.
Nice. Okay, so you can still see kind of ravens flying underneath its skin.
Yeah.
Fucking epic. Okay, that's cool. I love it. So it will go directly after you in the initiative count. So I suppose it can go now, right?
Yep, it can go now.
Okay.
So he has a multi-attack.
Stroke the tentacle.
If I'm not mistaken, he has a multi-attack. So the Celestial makes a number of attacks equal to half the spell's level. So it's basically 2 then, so you can attack twice. So he's going to attack with his Radiant Mace. It's just a D20 plus.
You know, if you alt double click the token, you should see a little stat block pop up, and you can just click the Radiant Mace words.
Oh yeah. Sorry, my
See
bad.
that? No, it's all right.
You know,
One bit of trivia about these guys: you can rub their mace in Baldur's Gate 3, and it does crazy damage. I don't know if they passed that.
That's a 7 to hit, unfortunately.
Yeah, here comes another one. Come on.
We need a 21 for this, my man.
8.
It's an 8. Yeah, almost as if it's just sort of getting used to its surroundings and figuring out like who and what it is and what it has to do and the commands it's taking. You can see now it. What's the question you have?
I was going to say, is there no plus to that? Because that's the exact dice roll. Do they not have a strength?
Let's see.
If I read it correctly, they say...
hit a melee weapon attack plus 0.
But
that shouldn't be right.
Okay.
That's what it says in the stat block. I don't really have the time to
No, 100%. No, just
to be sort of unfortunately, but it does have a healing touch, which might be a little bit more better of a sort of a more tactical route to take. But as it swings around, you can see it there is some disorientation as it tries to sort of figure out where it's going, what it's doing, and who's issuing the commands.
Dave, it's plus his
spell
plus his
modifier.
spell attack modifier.
Yeah,
but-
spell attack modifier.
Okay,
yeah.
great. Well, go for
I
it.
don't think it doesn't hit anyways. I don't think.
So-
Doesn't hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still not gonna hit. But is it...
Hit is a 1d10 plus 3 plus the spell's level. Celestial can choose itself or another creature within C within 10 feet. Chosen creature gains 1d10 temporary hit points. I don't see that
No,
spell thing, but
It's
I
if you
trust you
highlight
guys.
the attack.
If you hover over
Yeah.
the attack, it says your spell attack.
Oh, very good, very good. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that misses. Anything else you've got, Derek?
Nope, that's all I have.
Epic moment. Mazzelli, you're rushing down the river. What would you like to do? All your movement while you're wearing this armor is halved.
That's fine. Okay. I have an idea. So I have my hand on the rope ready. Can I, in one move, this is up to you, obviously.
Sorry, you have your hand on what?
On my rope that I have.
Oh, yeah.
But it's the one that I got from the cave with the grappling hook on it.
Yep.
Can I basically swing it round Scales and try to catch these corals? Not me, round Scales and round the corals. So that it like grips that, but then it's round Scales so that Scales can grab hold.
Yeah, I would say let's just make this a... Give me an athletics. DC for this will be 14.
Okay. Come on, Bahamut. Fucking be with me on this one. You motherfucker.
Do you have any inspirations?
I
You do, now's the time to use them.
do on my sheet.
Yeah, well, there you go. Knock it off your sheet, and you can use your inspiration if you wish.
Yes!
Yeah, as you swing this rope around, and as you utter those words, "Come on, Bahamut, be with me," you can see it clank on the side of the corals. They break off, and then it begins to slide down, but just grapples onto something beneath the waterline. You can feel now. It connects, and it's secure.
So how far do I go down the river, though?
You're going to go 30 feet. 5, 10, sorry. Unless you want to use your movement to drag yourself up the rope. Pretty much if you want to do that, then you're going to end up there hanging on to the rope, which will now be...
Do I feel like me holding onto this rope is going to stop Scales being secure?
No.
Then I'll hold on to it and try and keep Scales onto the rope as much as possible as well, then.
Okay, so it's there now. Let's just say it's there. So you're hanging on to it. Can I just get an athletics check just to see how good you're holding on to this?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's anything but a nat 1. Oh, 20, yeah. You have it wrapped around your arm now. And I'm going to say, because of that 20 and that you've got the rope wrapped around your wrist, you have a choice. You can roll any future athletics checks with advantage, but take a point of damage each round because of the
Big
rope
yeah.
constricting, or you can have a lesser grip on it and don't take that point of damage.
That's fair. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so you have a choice there. Is that it from Mazelu?
It is, yeah.
You don't take the damage because it dropped you. Robert, it still has you, so you're going to take that damage. What would you like to do?
I will uncanny dodge the damage.
Okay, yeah, you're writhing and wriggling around there, and you're going to have that damage.
Yes.
But it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I will bonus action steady aim and try to stab the arm again.
Thaco Bear is lurking. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. And there's Freya still in the chat. Great to see you.
Get myself out of here.
What are you going to do?
Attack the arm.
Okay, rotate.
That's another nat 1.
Holy shit. So can I get a D100, please?
Yes, of course. Here you go.
Ryan, have you just traveled around touching everyone's keyboards?
That's a 9.
You're welcome.
You lose your combat footing, exposing yourself to your enemies. Your enemies have advantage in their first attack roll against you. I'm going to say that it specifically says combat footing, so I'm happy to let that go. So yeah, it's just a miss. Anything else you can do with your bonus action?
I overused it to steady
Okay.
aim.
Yeah, all right then. Ren, what have you got, buddy? You are constricted. You're going to take that damage. What would you like to do?
Yeah, one sec here. One sec. My shield is just, or not my shield. My sheet is just
Your
loading.
sheet, no problem, yeah.
I am going to. Sorry, Derek. You might get caught in this. I'm gonna do I have 1/4 level left. Oh no, I don't. I have a second level. Oh well. Try to force it out of me.
Thunderwave.
Yeah, I'm trying to more so push the tentacle out from around me with the Thunderwave.
Okay, cool. So that's centered from yourself, Dark. You were going to take that. So
Yeah.
what's the click the show spell description there? There we go.
Yep, it's actually DC 17 because the wand. But yeah,
DC 17 con save, is it?
yeah, it's probably gonna pass, but it's a desperate attempt more than anything.
That's a 15. I'm going to throw a boon onto that for the laugh. My last boon. Hint, hint, chat.
This is for the Celestial, mate.
Yes.
That is a 1, unfortunately. Yeah, no, this is for Wren's trying to attack the tendril that has it at the moment, Derek. So yes, it fails, so it's going to take the full damage. What was the full damage?
15 points of damage, and it's pushed 10 feet away. Now I can't push the creature, but can I shove the tentacle off me with that?
Unfortunately, no. You are still constricted.
Okay,
It has so keep an eye, keep track of the damage you've done to it, and we'll discuss later when you hit a certain amount. Derek, you've made that con save, so you will take half damage. You just see this massive. You feel the shockwave of this thunderwave before you hear the sound. The cavern echoes now, and you can see stalactites begin to break and fall, almost like daggers thrown from the ceiling. They all fall down and just crash. Rubble and clay just strewn around the cavern now as Wren's thunderwave goes off, and from deep down somewhere else in the cavern you hear a screech. Yeah. Almost as if you've woken something with that thunderwave, Wren.
But I just want to know, is it for the Celestial or now for Derek? Because
it's just Derek, because you're there and he's cast the thunderwave here.
Oh wait, then I rolled the wrong.
Casting that.
Yeah, then I rolled the wrong one. Let me just roll Constitution.
No worries, yeah.
Oh, it's the same as the Celestial.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can take that. You rolled an 18, so that will be your roll. Is that it for Wren?
Well, yeah, he's stuck and he doesn't have a bonus action, so yeah, he's gonna feebly punch at the thing, but it doesn't do damage. He's a wizard.
Okay, cool. Scales, you're up. What's happening? So that the first off what's this? Oh, sorry, yeah. First off,
for the Celestial.
Oh, well, he's not within range of the thunderwave.
No, concentration.
Oh, sorry, thank you. Yeah, cool. It's cool. Oh, you have to maintain concentration on that guy, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay, interesting.
The Roper doesn't know. That's fine.
Roper can't understand such complex things.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, cool. So, Scales, you are running down the river now. I'm happy to let you use your action before your movement, if you wish, but it's your choice. What would you like to do? We see Mazzello hanging on now, the water rushing over him now, and just his vice-like grip as the rope is wrapped around him. I think he's a hand out hoping to catch you, is that right?
No, the rope's like round scales, so it's like actually holding Scales to the coral, so Scales is going to climb up over.
Yeah, so Scales wants to climb out of the river.
Well, I'm happy to say that you're there with it then if you want. You can use your movement now.
Okay, so how many?
I just need that. It's about 5 feet up, so I need an athletics check.
Okay, athletics check.
You are not raging anymore either.
No, my rage would have dropped. Yeah.
Yeah. So I need an athletics check. The DC for this will be 14.
Athletics, where are you? There we go.
Did she not take damage when she was dropped?
No.
Oh, thank you. No, she went straight into.
Because we dropped into the river.
Into the water.
So we didn't take damage. So I
thank you very much, Freya. I got a boon. Sorry, sorry, Freya.
10. So I've used 10 foot to get up there, and then I'm going to use my turn to grab the rope and try to pull Mazzello out of the river.
That's no problem. I'd say you can do that on your next turn. Given that it would have been an action to climb up with to make that.
Oh, right. Okay. So I can't use my movement if I want to be able to do that. Yeah. So Scales is just going to grab the rope and be ready to pull.
Okay, no worries. I will say that you can use your bonus action to give you advantage on the athletics check next turn, if that seems fair to you. Greater Roper is back. First thing it's going to do is it's going to make an attack on Orixiam now, unfettered because the ancestral guardians are not there. So here comes the bite. Boop. That's a 22 to hit.
Orixiam. Who is this? Orixiam.
It's against Orixiam.
Yeah, with shield.
What does that take the AC to?
26.
I need a 4 on my last boon to get you.
Right, if this comes in, I swear.
It's a 1. Again, you throw the shield up with like one sort of free hand. Again, this platinum energy just flashes up, and its jaws just close on this metallic beaming force of light, and you can see almost these teeth scraping down on this force energy thing, and it just these sparks begin to fly as the teeth just scrape along. Sorry, I've learned my lesson, or have I? Thank you for the boon. It was good to give it a go. That's the bite. What's it gonna do? It's gonna use its reel ability on Wren. So it's going to reel you in, buddy. Where is that reel?
Yeah, okay.
The roper pulls each creature grappled.
Good thing I have a ring of feather falling if I fall.
30 feet straight forward. So we're gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. God damn, I can't drop you yet. Darak is going to make... It doesn't have you yet, so it's going to make an attack on you with the tendril. Again, its tendril lashes out. 21 to hit.
That's a hit.
That's a hit. It cracks you. You're going to take some bludgeoning damage, and then it is going to have you grappled. So you're going to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage again as the side of this thing wraps around you, and you can see now it's wrapped around your mouth and your throat. It's not going to affect your spell casting. I'm just trying to make it sound very uncomfortable and claustrophobic, and that's how it feels as this thing just begins to crunch down. You don't need to make... Oh, you do. Sorry, yeah. Oh, that's a 5.
Yeah, Celestial is gone.
Celestial is gone, my friend.
Dark doesn't have a Warcaster, does he?
Does Dark have Warcaster? No? Okay. So yeah, and you feel this thing crack down. Just these words you're muttering beneath your breath are almost just stymied and stifled as this thing's a tentacle just wraps around your throat and your mouth, and that is it for that. But do remember, you will take 6 points of bludgeoning damage on every turn. So do keep.
I don't think I took that down the last turn.
Okay, so that's what else can it do?
I forgot to do that on my turn down, so I just did it.
No worries. It's gonna move Robert out and drop him. Robert, you are now dropped into the water. It's also going to use its movement. I think it's going to... Where's it going to go? It's going to maybe move to there. It's going to keep Orixiam where he is. I think Wren is going to... It's got another 3 attacks with these tendrils. It's going to make all of them on you. 1, 2, 3. And that is a 17, 16, and 17.
Shield.
Can you take reactions, can't you?
I can, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
okay, well,
my-
that's it. That's
that is all my first levels gone as well, so I only have seconds.
Oh, yeah, the greater rope we can do. Orixiam, you're up, my friend. What have you got? You're still grappled.
Still grappled, still feeling
can-
those ribs creak and crack. He's lift the longsword and attempt to take this thing's eye out of it.
Okay, roll to hit, my friend. You're at disadvantage.
11.
You need a
second
21.
Swing. Come on.
What?
No, I can't even
16.
boon it. Nah.
You have any inspirations?
I've got one on the sheet. I think Kate gave me one last time.
You can use it now or you can save it for later. It's your choice. There might not be a later.
I think I've done 70% of the damage this thing has taken. It's been me and that fucking magic missile.
Awesome cup, by the way, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm gonna save the inspiration. My brother is
yeah.
Goonies at the back of the cave, so I'm gonna have
Okay.
to hold on to it.
All right.
Guys.
That's it for Orixiam then, is it?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Anything with a bonus action? No?
Nope.
Okay, moving on. Darek, you're going to take that damage at the start of your turn.
Yeah, 6 damage.
I think it's the start of your turn, isn't it? Yes.
Strength 7 takes
Yeah.
bludgeoning damage at the start of each of the ropers then.
Oh, the roper's turn. Oh, shit, sorry.
Yeah.
So everyone takes that damage now. So do remember that, please. Sorry, I thought it was your turn. So knock that down. Okay, cool. So, Darek, what have you got, my friend?
So I'm grappled now. I can't move.
You can't move. Now, you're held probably 20 feet in the air.
Okay, 20 feet in the air. Ooh, what can I do?
This is a tough battle, lads. This is going a little bit tougher than I thought, which is good considering how easily you aced that fucking boulette battle. So I'm starting to feel a little bit more vindicated here.
Do I want to do this?
Hold on till I add the 4 liches to the turn now.
Don't you dare.
This is Dave proving he can crush us whenever he likes.
No, well, just I was like, yeah, liches get stitches. I was a little bit sort of bummed out by how easily you smashed that thing. Fuck the king.
I love the way Carrick is the one who said, "No, don't you dare" to the 4 liches when it's Red who's invited all 4 liches into the fucking game.
Yeah.
No,
exactly,
I
exactly.
did no such thing. I did a thunder wave to damage a thing that was trying to murder
Thank
me.
you, Driz Naharan. Dave, DM, stick together. I love you, buddy. Let's see if my hearts work tonight. They do. Thank
Never
you.
the DM Drizzt unless it's on Tuesdays.
Lovely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's happening now, buddy?
Okay, I'm going to use my last first level spell.
You had a spell slots now.
Sorry?
Sorry, it's your last first level spell.
No, it's my last 5th level.
Oh shit.
I'm going to
Hey,
cast...
Shaq, how are you? Sorry,
Yeah,
Johnny. Sorry.
no problem. I'm going to cast Flame Strike.
Flame strike.
That's a Shadar special.
Yeah.
So, if I cast it there, okay, then it miss Orixiam.
Yeah. I like
wait.
to think that this thing is swinging Orixiam around, but I'm happy for you to. Happy for you. It's huge. The fucking thing's huge. So I'm happy to say that it's easy enough for you to get it. So what does your flame strike look like? Is it black flames, blue flames, red flames, or?
No, it's bright, shocking green color.
Nice. As
Why
this thing
not?
descends from the ceiling. Okay, so first off, it has advantage on it has magic resistance, so it's going to give it advantage on this spell. What is the saving? It's a dexterity saving throw. Its dex is -1. Here comes the fucking save with advantage. Boop boop. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Here we go. So it's a 13.
That's not a save.
What's your DC? 17. If I roll a 4 on this, thanks to my boon from Driz and Heron, he's going to take half damage. Here we go, lads. Everyone in chat, we've got 26 people in chat right now. What do you think? Am I going to roll a 4?
No.
3,
No.
2, 1.
Yeah.
Oh!
Nobody give
Okay.
Dave any more boons this session. He's
Give me
misusing
all
them.
the boons. Give me
I
all the
will
boons.
ban the next person to boon Dave.
Okay, so do you want to
The
roll
van
your
hammers will
damage? Your damage
Yeah.
for this flame strike. At your last 5th level spell, 10-foot radius, 40-foot height cylinder descends. This column of green flame roars down from the ceiling. Now you can see any kind of biological growth, like lichen on the side of the walls, is incinerated immediately. Holy shit!
Whoa.
Jack!
Fucking going on here? Shaq is gifting subs out the wazoo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do I get one, Shaq?
Yeah.
Do I get one of those? So what's the damage?
Well, 5
Okay.
gifts is one for everyone in the audience, anyways, Dave. So, yeah. And there's 2 extra.
Okay, so it is 4d6 fire and 4d6 radiant damage.
Okay, so
So-
roll. I think you can just click the spell. Can you? Oh, here we go. Okay,
So that's 10 fire damage
it's gonna take all of that.
and then 15 radiant damage.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah. Again, you can see this thing now. It begins to shriek and writhe, and it almost loses its grip from the ceiling with the damage that it's taken. Again, with the explosion of this spell, the more these stalactites begin to fall like daggers thrown from some giant living in the ceiling, and it's again rock and clay and stones and pebbles just flung any which way. The creature shrieks again. It's Orixiam, you can see with that pain it's inflicted upon it again, the tendrils just clutch tighter, and you feel again your ribs begin to crack. That it is severely damaged now. Anything else you like to do, Derek? Keep her going, says Shaq Fu. I'm taking one of those inspirations, by the way, just so you guys fucking know.
But it's
David is
actually-
allowed to have one, the roper isn't. That's what Shaq said. He messaged me privately.
Okay.
So
Derek.
bonus action for Derek is put his head between his legs and kiss his ass goodbye.
Okay, I love it. Moving on, Mazzella, what have you got, my friend?
Okay, we're getting fucking up on this ledge because I'm not fucking standing in the water.
I can get up on my own ledge. I never leave the house.
13, is that enough?
13 is enough, my friend. It will
Okay.
get you to the edge. I do believe
Yeah.
I gave Scales a DC 14 for this, so. But I'm happy that I was going to give you advantage in those rolls. Remember, if you wanted to take
That
points
was
damage.
that was the 13.
Oh, that was okay. Well, unfortunately, yeah, you're scrabbling and scraping. The 14 is what you need to get up there. I'm happy if Scales wants to. Didn't I say
I'll
Scales?
use a
You can use
boon.
your bonus
You-
action.
you
Hey,
Yeah,
there's
I
2
use a boon.
boons.
Yeah.
I use
2
a
you
boons
said-
on.
Well, hang on. Before you
Don't use
one-
the boon because I said to
Yeah.
Scales that they could keep their bonus action to help you get up.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's still an advantage, right?
Yeah, I'm. It's just at 1 point. I'm like happy to say
Okay,
to Scales.
okay, okay.
Scales grabs you.
So Scales grabs
just
you and helps you.
wrist on wrist and just pulls you up. Big happy smile on Scales' head.
Don't take that boon off me, Kate.
up. We need them all.
Okay, moving on. Mazzella, is there anything else you want to do?
Well, that's my action and movement, right?
Would have been your movement and action to climb out. Do you have anything you can
That's
do to
it.
bonus action? Okay, no worries, Robert.
Not
My
really.
friend, you are now in the water. Mazzella and Scales, you see Robert begin to float down this fast-moving stream. What would you like to do, Robert?
Can I try to swim to shore?
You can. Your movement is half, so it will get you. If you move one left, you'll move one down. You'll move one left. You'll move one down, and so on and so forth. So you can choose, or you can move
Okay,
right,
So I'll move one left and down.
or you can move right to get to the other side of the shore. You are closer to that side, so it's your choice.
So just like that.
Yeah, but you will be down one then.
I was here, so
Oh, sorry. Yes. Well, yeah. Yes, of course. Yep. That's my mistake. You are there. Is DC 14 to climb out?
I no longer have disadvantage on strength saves and stuff, right?
You do not know. So it's at DC 14 athletics, or if you want to try and use acrobatics, you will be at disadvantage because it is very slippery and it's not really an acrobatics type of thing. So you can choose.
I would rather risk the acrobatics to just kind of like
Okay.
hop skip my way
Yeah.
up here.
So it's DC 14 strength or athletics or DC 14 acrobatics at disadvantage.
I'll go
So you can
acrobatics
roll at disadvantage.
Let's hope I don't die.
Oh, lads, 15 and a 15. I saw those 8 rolling across the screen. I was like, you guys are rolling like dog shit tonight. So yeah, you managed to get up. That is your action to climb out. You can use the rest of your movement if you like.
Shaq is trying to encourage Kate to ban you, Dave.
What?
I can't. I don't know what's going on.
Trying to ban me from my own game. What the fuck?
Just banned it.
I couldn't
I can't. I couldn't think of a better fucking way to describe marriage if I tried.
Excuse me?
Oh. Guys, we'll be back in 5 minutes while Dave gets slapped around the place.
We're gonna take a break, and Kate's in the DM chair.
So I will bonus action dash to run over the bridge up to here.
Yeah.
To try and take cover behind this pillar and try and break
Okay.
line of sight with this asshole.
No worries. Moving on to Wren. Wren, you're not taking damage. You'll take damage in the Roper's turn, which is in 2 turns' time. What would you like to do? You're still restrained.
And on mute.
You're muted. Hello. No, we can't hear you.
He's not on mute. He's just screwed up his system.
my Zoom got muted somehow.
Okay.
I don't know how it happens. But yeah,
Okay.
I am going to. Use a shitty cantrip because
Okay.
all I have are shitty cantrips. Well, no,
You
I have
sold
more,
your
but I want to
soul,
save
you
it.
may as well.
This isn't one I sold my soul for. This is one I got as a level up. Shocking grasp.
Shocking.
Nat 20.
You motherfucker. Okay, so
Oh,
that's
I hate
The
that
disadvantage.
guy. Yeah.
24.
But
Yeah.
it's also restraining me and like wrapped around me, and all I have to do is touch it to shock it. So like,
Yeah, I'm happy to say that you get the nat 20 on that.
yeah. So that's gonna be 8 points of lightning damage, and then it not 8 points, sorry, 18. No. 16 points of lightning damage. So that's 31 points of damage total to this tentacle. Just if that matters.
So hold on, so it's 31 points of lightning damage, right?
No, it's 16 points of lightning damage total, but I've done a total of 31 points damage
Okay,
to
yeah,
this
well, yeah,
tentacle.
don't worry about that. So it's minus 16. Can I get anyone who's currently grappled by this thing that the tendril is wrapped around to make a saving throw, please? I'm gonna say it's a Constitution saving throw. DC for this is Carrig's spell save DC is 16. You're gonna take half that damage.
It's 17.
It's a 17. So DC 17 con save. You're gonna take half that damage because you're currently in it. So you're gonna take half of. You're gonna take 8 points of lightning damage, Orixiam.
Half on a save.
Yeah.
Guy's a fucking asshole.
Sorry, you will. Yeah. Sorry, half and save. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, you feel the electricity just travel up, and your veins in your neck are just bulging out like cords, and then the spell ends. You can smell this burnt and crisping flesh drifting off your own body. There, Wren is rolling a D100 for 54. Oh wait, and we have spell ones as well.
Yeah.
Spell attack critical is 54. You blast the target's weapons out of their hands. Unfortunately, that is an on. I mean, I'm happy to roll a d6 to see if Orixiam falls in the water. Do you want to do that?
There are people there to get him out with the rope, I guess. I mean, it's up
Okay,
to
roll a
up to Steven.
d6. You want to say it's a 6 again, Orixiam?
Sure, roll it, Ren.
Yep. Sorry. Oh, you're free.
Is that a good thing?
No.
Yeah, as
I have to ask the question. Seeing as it electrocuted the roper, causing him to release his grip on Orixiam, does Orixiam still take the electrical damage?
I will say you can take half of it, as it's the damage that caused it to release you.
It's like spasms.
Yeah, 4 points is 4 points.
Yeah, no, I'm like it's a fair question.
For
Orixiam,
those
you
of you in
drop.
chat, this was Ren's plan all along. Clearly, he's been using that big
Twist
wizard
his
brain.
dick.
Clearly,
Twist his shack. Twist his
I
dick.
planned this exacting.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Orixiam, you feel this thing, this tentacle just explode as it grips tighter around you, and immediately you see another one grow out. It begin. Oh look, 100 bits. That's 1d4 for Orixiam. You
thanks,
drop
Jake.
the 30 feet into the ground, and on your turn, you will begin to move with the. You'll begin to move with the current of the river. Is that it for you, Wren?
Yeah, I mean, unless like if the 31 points of damage total to the tentacle hasn't broken it, then yeah, that's it for me.
Oh, you were doing a shocking grasp on the tentacle. Yes, the 31 has damaged it. So that's 2 tentacles have been destroyed. You see 2 tentacles immediately just
Do I drop them?
to grow out. You do drop. You're going to take.
I have a ring of feather falling.
Okay, and then you're fine. Moving on. Is that for Wren? That's it. So scales.
I'll just kind of float back to the ground here.
No problem. You just drift lazily to the ground. This sort of
Building her
angelic
up.
music playing beside you. As so, what'd you
Very
like to do
John
with
Wick
Scales?
Scales is going to grin, like as in a yay fight at Mizelu, pat him on the back as he runs past and goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And just to show that he is focused on the fight, he didn't pick up that extra torch on his way past.
Oh wow, okay, that's fair.
So he's very focused.
That's a big statement from Scales.
Now, how strict do you want to be about the rules of the hypotenuse of the triangle with this distance?
It depends on what you're trying to do. It's 20 feet in the air. What are you trying to do?
So, it's only 20 foot in the air.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just redo my calculation for a second. Oh, yes, okay, it gets it back within my range. So, I'm going to throw vicious javelins at this thing.
Excuse me, vicious javelins coming at you like Cleopatra. Let's go.
And he's going to recklessly attack because this thing is just really annoying and it's staying up there, which is really super annoying. So he will get it at advantage. So, and he's going to do it twice. So it's
17 to 14, 2 misses and 14. You could
what's
get a
his...
4. It's 21. If you get a 4 on the 17, if you spent a boon, you could possibly reach 21.
Okay, come on. I am the last.
Are you going to spend a
dragon
boon?
boy. Come on, Dragon God. Who?
Come on, Dragon God.
Come on.
Oh, that's a 1.
No.
The vicious dragon shoots through the air, ting, hits the back wall, and then just drops down into the river. You can see it now beginning to spin as the current kind of drags it down and away. Well, it's dragging it towards you currently. Anything else? Have you got a second attack? That was your second attack.
That was my second attack, yeah. So both of them went ting ting.
Yeah. Oh, that's 2 vicious javelins. Yeah, hit the deck and they are both down the bottom of the river. You can see now that you have your eye on something, you can see that the river. Give me a perception check and let's see if you can figure out how deep that vicious javelin has gone as you are sort of gauging it from your vantage point.
Girls just wanted to
18.
play poo sticks. That's all it was.
So with an 18, yeah, you can see you would estimate that this river is probably maybe 40 feet deep.
But it's fast moving, so the chances of me being able to swim down there to reclaim my two.
No, well they're heavy enough now. They're adamantine and like they're fairly sharp. Dave, we talked about this
probably
dragon in Arc 5.
They'll probably go down all right, but if I
will.
jumped in to swim after them, I'd swim and be going down.
Oh, you absolutely would, yeah.
I'll take those 2 off my inventory.
Okay.
That's Scales' turn, and thank you, Freya, for replacing my boon.
Motherfucker. Oh, okay. That's how it is. Moving on, Scales. If that's it for you, the Greater Roper is back. It's going. Everyone takes that damage. That if they're currently held by the Roper, you can see these grasping tendrils. Each of them have 20 hit points. Their AC is 21, and it can extrude a replacement tendril on its next turn. A replacement tendril, so that is 1. So it's going to make an attack against Orixiam. As you go down there, it's almost like you can hear somewhere in the distance, "Get over here," and it makes a tendril attack. 17 against Orixiam.
17 is a no.
17 is a no. Second attack, tendril against you again. It wants you.
I don't.
15 is a miss.
You miss.
Wren, it's got, how many has it got? Normally it has 6. It currently has 4, so that's 2. It's going to make 2 tendril attacks against Wren. Boop, boop. 23. You're muted.
The 23 hits.
23 hits. You're going to take... you are going to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. It's going to use its reel, so it's going to drag you in 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20. It's going to drag you over there, that side of it. It's going to make a bite attack against you. $24 to hit.
Yeah, no, I can't even shield out of that, so
Here
yeah.
comes the bite. 35 points of piercing damage. as you feel these massive teeth. You can see it almost throws an eye over its shoulder at its prize that is it so enjoyed the taste of, but it's sort of sailing down the river now, so it reaches out for you. You're its second choice as it drags you in. You feel that these jaws clamp down now. You feel they pierce your flesh and scrape off your ribs. The first time you've ever felt anything sort of pierce inside your body this deep, and there are pains and sensations of organs and vital things in there that you've never felt before, as these long teeth begin to pierce you from the back and the front as well. You guys hear Wren just let out this sort of this scream of pain as you see now blood seep through the robes, and his body is sort of squirming and struggling. Well, that is all the. Do you know what? It's gonna move. It's gonna bring Wren with it. It's gonna go 5, 10, 15, and Wren, you're going with it there. Okay.
This hardly triggers an attack of opportunity, does it?
It does not. Orixiam is 30 feet down. Sorry, 20 feet down the ground. Orixiam, it is your
I
turn.
meant for me with my Warcaster, but yeah.
No.
Sorry,
No.
Dave. I think Derek is also still grappled.
Oh, excellent, cool. That's so you're gonna take that damage. I think it will. It reels everyone in, so it's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's gonna drop you in the drink. You're currently ploop. You feel that the tendon just release you then, and that's it. You're dropping the drink, my friend. So you sail down the 20 feet.
I hate
Sorry?
to say it, but this monster is beating us. Luckily, nothing worthy was lost, so we're good. We can just run away.
Derek, what armor are you wearing?
Chainmail.
Chainmail, yeah. So you do begin to sink. I'm gonna say you are next to that. You're next to the edge, so I will give you a chance to hang on. But first off, it's Orixiam's go. What have you got, my friend?
Well, when Orixiam was dropped, did he have any chance of grasping the falling ledge?
I'm gonna give you the same opportunity that Derek has. Yes. Let's make a DC 14 athletics check. I'm gonna say it's at disadvantage because of the speed you're falling.
Now, does this count as his action, or is this like a freebie?
Unfortunately, it was everyone's action to do this the last time. Yeah.
That's just a point of clarification I needed. As he is falling and nearing the wall, Orixiam shall do some hand movements and go feet first as he spider climbs and clings his feet to the edge.
Wow. Okay. What does this look like? Does it look any different, or is it just like you're just clinging
I
onto
think
the wall?
where it looks like he's falling and flailing as he realizes how close he's coming to the wall, he's gonna go into a pencil drop, feet first, and just like superhero landing, boating,
Nice.
but secure himself to the side of the crevasse.
Does he
And
do
then
that
just-
cool hair flick backwards thing?
Oh, absolutely. The plaited ponytail swinging in the wind, and then you're just going to stand like perpendicular to the water.
Fortunately, that's not an option for me anymore. But I will live vicariously through both of you. Moving on. Is there anything else you want to do? Can you use your movement then?
He can. If only he was a water walker, he'd run over and get Derek. Oh, interesting idea.
Go under the water.
No. Compendium rules jump. Apologies, I just had this lightning has just struck my brain. Now the compendium is searching. Rules movement jumping.
And people, it's your strength, isn't it?
High
Strength,
jump, long
you
jump.
get your strength if you're a 10-foot running, but that's usually horizontal jump, not vertical jump.
Yeah, how would the DM rule it if Orixiam was to run along the bank of this river, jump across under the bridge, and stretch out an arm for fast-moving Derek?
I would say it's the fucking rule of cool, and I'm all here for it. So I'm gonna say you're gonna use your movement to there. I want to see a DC. I'm gonna go. The DC for this is, so let's go. I think 5 per 5 feet, so it'll be 15.
What check?
DC is sorry, would be athletics, or another check if you want to argue for a check. I'm here for it.
No, athletics is good. We'll go for athletics. He's
Okay,
not
so we need a DC 15 athletics check to throw yourself from one side to the other, and cling on.
Oh no!
You
Fortunately,
did just get an inspo.
I did just get an answer from Shaq.
oh wow, okay, Shaq gave me an inspo. Okay.
Yeah, I had a pre-existing one, but yeah. 17.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. As you scuttle down that side wall, almost like Gary Oldman in Bram Stoker's Dracula, just crawling along the side of the castle
Behind
there.
Keanu Reeves and no
Yeah.
one's looking. Yeah,
You
brother.
throw yourself across scales. You see Orixiam just fly across this gap right beneath you, and Orixiam grabs on. You feel yourself begin to drop. A little bit like you haven't made the full distance, but that hand with the spider climb still on it just grabs on. You feel the river kind of take you a little bit, but then you manage to throw the other hand up there, and yes, you can finish your maneuver now.
All right, so he will land, stand, and with both feet connected like Spider-Man, foot down into the optimistic path of his brother in the righteousness, Derek.
Okay, that was pretty fucking epic, Derek. You are now moving down the river. So, do you want to try and climb up there, or do you? If you let yourself go down the river and reach out for Rixium's hand, I will say you've got advantage on this athletics check.
Okay, I just want to figure out something.
Yeah, get in there, Orixiam, says Shaq.
So-
Fucking wreck his ass.
So I'm still basically hanging on the edge.
Yep. No,
So-
you've dropped into the drink now, so this is where you are. So you're going to start floating down unless you want to climb up now. As far as I remember, you didn't get to grab onto the ledge yet. You would just drop there. Welcome along, Wildfire 40. You're very welcome in.
Okay, so. Okay, so we just check something. Ooh.
Yeah, no worries.
Uh-oh. This is like. Okay. If while I'm now in the water, can I still cast a spell, or will that now be?
What's the
What?
spell you want to cast?
Yeah, that's a good question because I have to check if it's verbal. Because it's a lot of water.
Your head above water, I suppose.
Um,
Mm.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
so-
say if your spell has, I kind of need to know what components your spell has. If it's given that you're wearing heavy armor, if it's verbal, you're gonna be sort of
Yeah.
if it's somatic, I mean you'll have to stop treading water to do that. And if it's material, you're gonna have to reach into a pouch, and if it's any kind of dust, it will be spoiled by the water. So
Yeah.
sorry to get that technical with you, but I think it's
Yeah. No, then spells is out. Then
I
I'm
will give
going
you,
to-
as Shaq says, you can speak underwater. If it's just a verbal component, I'm happy to come up with a rule here.
No, it's VNS.
Okay.
You can speak underwater, but
unfortunately,
it'll suck.
Yeah, so the only option I have left is take the leap and try to catch Orixium's hands.
Okay, so the river takes you downstream. I need a DC 14 athletics check with advantage.
Advantage.
Because
Athletics.
Orixium is reaching down. Take my hand, brother.
How about 22?
Well done, Ryan. Hey, yeah, that is more than enough. Ryan out there at the banhammer straight away. I love it. Love your work, sir. Yeah, you reach up and you grab Orixium's hand. Orixium just begins to drag you up. I'm happy to say that will get you to the top. Orixium, you are. I feel like you would swing him up or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, cool. So I'm happy to say that you're there. Anything else you want to do with your turn? That athletics check was your action though, unfortunately.
Yeah. It would just be like, nobody tosses the dwarf.
Only certain establishments in the city, but let's not go there. And anyway, moving on to
Yeah.
Mazelu. What would you like to do?
Okay, I'm keeping myself muted by the way at the moment because
Yeah.
Bodie's barking at shit.
That's okay.
Okay, so seeing everyone getting kind of fucked up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna stand up here next to them guys, and each of my compatriots is gonna feel a little bit better as I cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Oh
and
yeah.
give 21 points of healing to
Mass
everyone.
cure wound. Does that mean that they all have to go to mass, or they get it now?
That means that I go to mass so that they don't have to.
Nice. Well, that's the ultimate
Am I
sacrifice.
included in that
Right there.
No?
Yes, you are. Everyone
thanks a million,
gets
man.
21.
So what does this look like when you cast that?
So, running up, as always, grab the holy symbol that's around his neck, and this like shockwave. You know in X-Men when Magneto did the thing in the Liberty statue, and he went like,
Oh
Nice.
yeah, nice.
like that. It just radiates out from me this platinum wave
Okay.
of energy, as it hits each person, they just start to feel better. Their wounds start to knit up, and 21
Nice.
points of saving.
I'm so sorry, but I recently went looking for my all Pokemon cards for my son, and I found the Wolverine card from the
shit.
original X-Men movie.
Nice.
That is fucking cool.
Dude,
Had to run
that's
and get that,
fucking
sorry.
awesome.
Also, Kate said we're number 6 in D&D Twitch, which is awesome.
Hey.
Thank you everyone
No.
Thanks, chat.
for
We wouldn't be
dropping
here
in
without you.
to see what we're doing. Ren, I feel like that has made the most difference when it comes to you, because you were getting chomped. Mazzella, is there anything else you'd like to do?
I think I've done enough.
Robert.
Filling the things out for
Robert
us.
suddenly feeling a little bit better about things now.
Yes. I was feeling okay, but I do feel a little bit better. Thank you. Okay, this guy's kind of far away from me, which is very annoying. I don't want to run around and use my bonus action. But also... Do I take a swan dive back into the water?
Oh my god.
How far is he from me? It's pretty far, right? I think-
It's a map says run and jump. I think it's a little bit too far. What is it? 5, 10, 15, 20, 23 feet, I'd say.
I mean, like jumping
sure.
over and
I would say
running
from here,
around,
it is
take-
a 23-foot jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say 23 foot
like
jump.
jumping over and running around would take the same amount of action.
Okay. Running around would be safer.
Yeah. I guess I could bonus action dash. Take this one opportunity where this fucker has not hit me yet, and I'm not technically within melee range of him if I'm here, right?
Well,
Like,
you are,
it's not-
because it has a reach of 60 feet.
No. Sorry, the wording is within 5 feet. He's not within 5 feet of me. His tentacles are, but that's not him, right?
Yeah, so so its bite can't get you. Its tentacle can.
Yes.
I think
but
he's arguing for sneak attack and throwing
I don't want
Oh.
I don't want disadvantage on my attack because he's close to me, which he should.
Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah. That's more than fine.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
Robert
Yeah,
just
you got an ally
runs
within
across
5
the
feet?
bridge then.
26 to hit. Yes, Robert
26
runs
to
across
hit
the bridge.
is a... Yeah, that's a hit.
Yeah, I can finally add sneak attack. Okay, finally.
Technically, it's
sneak-
eating Ren, so it's engaged with an ally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sneak attack. 5d6. That's good.
5d6. Okay. I see a few fives there.
19 points of sneak damage.
That's 25 points of damage.
Yes.
Robert. As your blade slings end over end, you can see now it turns around just to it almost like its eye tracks your path and your progress across the bridge, turns around, and using that moment, you fling the blade underhanded and it squelches straight into the eye and just vanishes immediately and reappears in your hand. You hear the creature screeches again. Ren, you feel this intense pain, this almost as a reaction or a response to that damage. The tendril just wraps tight around you, and you feel again your ribs being constricted and compressed. It is still going, but it looks very, very hurt now.
I already used my bonus action. And that's plus the 6 points of piercing?
Yep. 25.
Okay.
How many feet are we up in the air, Dave?
Just want to make sure Robert's finished his turn.
I still have 10 feet of movement. I'll try to run away.
Okay, so after that epic maneuver, Robert is like squelch, reappears, and just scoots back off down the road. Wren, we are 20 feet up in the air.
Cool. I was making sure Robert won't get caught in this because it's my last high level slot. So another thunder wave.
Okay.
It's a 4th, and boom, bitch.
So it
Hopefully
gets
kill it.
advantage on this con save, right?
Yeah.
Because it has magic resistance. The DC for this is 17, correct?
I mean, Wren is mostly inside this thing's body. Is it resistant from the inside?
Nah, don't give me that shit. Of course, it's
nah,
got
fair,
magic
fair,
resistance.
fair.
Here we go.
Still a decent
it's
amount of
got-
damage.
Let's just see. It's got that's a
Nope.
16.
It's DC 17
lads,
with the
I
War
haven't
Mage.
even got a boon.
Yeah, that is
Hold on,
35
hold
points.
on. I do have an inspiration.
Don't do that.
The cackle from the Technomancer made that for me.
I know, right?
Didn't
Well,
Shaq
that was at my
specifically
expense,
say in chat
motherfucker.
It's not for the
In case
roper, though.
anyone who is new in chat, our Technomancer is right behind the DM, right there, and you will often hear cackles and laughter and sort of quiet comment. Well, not the opposite of quiet comments. I think I will hold on to my inspiration. So what's the total damage?
That is 35.
35.
Thunder.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. Okay. Oh shit. Sorry. Sorry.
It's also, if it fails, it's technically pushed 10 feet away, but like I don't know how that works.
Minus 35. Okay. Cool. Well,
Close.
I would like you to tell me where the bits are thrown away because it explodes. So tell me, Wren, how does this greater roper meet its end?
Yeah, so like as it does freak out and take that like extra bit of damage, like Ren, it bites down around Ren as Robert like got it in the eye. Ren's actually kind of pulled further in, and then just bluish, like a mixture of blue and gold energy just starts to crackle out and around it.
Yeah.
And then as it does, just this like cacophony of noise and guts and blood as this thing just explodes out from Ren. And Ren like lazily floats down to the ground because the ring of feather fall, covered in guts. Like that
Yep.
scene in The Boys after they come out of the whale and everyone's just drenched in guts and gore. That's Ren right now.
Nice. I might get our Technomancer to click anywhere on the screen to get rid of that portrait.
Oh, I thought you wanted it for...
Oh, it's okay. No. I was trying to Command Z and undo the mistake that I made. But anyway, as this thing again, Ren, as if you haven't learned from your first mistake, this may be your last mistake. The thunder wave echoes off the sides of this cavern again. You can see more of these giant stalactites again begin to fall, almost as if thrown by this giant creature, like daggers thrown from the ceiling. These huge giant things. But again, you hear this like, and it's sound of heavy footsteps moving somewhere down some sort of corridor. I think with the end of this turn order, it's a good place to take our break. Thank you everyone for sticking with us. Do remember that if you want to subscribe to our Patreon, you can, I think there's a couple of tiers, check it out. We do have several podcasts on the go. There is one called Cthulhu at the moment. I'm starting a new one, which is called the Stardust Twilight, which is more of this kind of stuff, but it's with Ryan's playing. Is there anyone else playing that? No, it's just Ryan there. So our deranged Rhino who's playing Mazzello. And Kate behind me, yeah. So you can get early access to those podcasts, free maps, magic items, all that kind of stuff. So check it out. The link is in the chat. We love you guys for joining us. Thanks so much. And we will see you in about 5 or 10 minutes. Welcome back to what is part 2 of episode 63 of the Sopherone Saga, as Dangers in the Deep part 2, as our party have just dispatched what looks like a greater roper, and I have to say this is one of the heaviest and sort of most challenging combats I feel that they've had. But yeah, so I think as that happens, I'm gonna just get rid of the music there. We're gonna go back to our chilled out music. But further down the corridor, as the dust settles in this massive battle, you can see the roper. Its spider climb ability now has just obviously begun to just fade, and it falls to the deck with Wren. Wren, you're gonna need a dexterity saving throw. You're gonna take. Oh, you've got to bring your
feather fall.
Yeah, feather fall, motherfucker.
Mary Poppins, y'all.
Motherfucker, yeah, you just like drop to the ground with this eerie music, like you can hear on Roll20. That plays out of your ring when that happens as well. And Wren just descends to the ground, almost as if there's choirs of angelic beings just singing you to your rest. I'm gonna clear the turn order
like that. I'm not that hurt.
And remove the turn order. Yeah, you can hear. Can I get perception checks from everyone, please? If anyone is a dwarf, or we have a dwarf, or anyone who is has spent time underground, I'm happy to allow you to roll with advantage.
Where's Mazellu? Or not? Where's what's his name when you need him? In the mud.
Just to remind you, my passive is 18 as well.
18. Okay, that might be good enough.
My passive is 25. If that matters.
Holy shit!
Ron can't hear anything because
your passive perception can buy alcohol in America. Okay, cool. So yeah, with a 23 from Mazellu, a 25 with your passive, 22s. Yeah, the way sound carries down here, it's hard to tell what's coming from where, but you quickly discern that this thing is probably maybe half a mile beneath you. But it's just the way the echoes and the sound is traveling up through these corridors, possibly through whatever holes might be behind this waterfall here. But for now, it seems you are safe. The sound of this rushing waterfall is primarily mostly what you can hear in this cavern. Again, there's bioluminescence all over the place. It is dimly lit. You can see the roper now is just it's settled on its side, and the tendrils have sort of unfurled and are just dripping into the water now, and just being carried down a little bit, just kind of flopping there.
You want to take a rest, Wren? You look pretty tired.
Could you move the mic a little bit closer to you, Ryan? Sir, I always say this. I'm sorry. Thank you.
That's all right.
That's great.
What it is, I'm worried blocking out my face. People.
No, I can still see your lovely face.
I don't care about people seeing my face.
I like your face.
We do.
Are you tired, Wren? You look kind of worse for wear.
Yeah, I'm pretty much out.
Are you able to still do your
dome? Yeah. Yeah, the dome is a ritual. That doesn't take much energy. It's just you have to loop it, and it does it itself. It's honestly pretty useful.
Right. I have a suggestion. Do it over in that corner over there, and it points like towards here.
Where the roper is.
Where the guts and gore is?
Yes, exactly. Scales, I'm going to need your help for a minute if you can.
There isn't a clean surface to draw on there.
I just wanted to the pretty rocks.
Oh yes, you can do that, and then if you can give a hand in a minute, that'd be great.
Okay.
And yes, Wren, that's exactly what I'm telling you to do. Draw it into the blood.
That's blood magic.
Just do it there. It would trust me.
Okay. If I get fucking smoked by your god, fucking dark arts, and you're off on your head. Keep an eye out for that.
Won't be the first time.
I've not been smoked. What are you on about? Anyways, keep an eye out with that fucking imp. And then Wren's gonna start drawing in the blood. Wren's gonna pick up a stick and just like in the blood start drawing the runes.
Okay, no problem at all. That will take 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes. Yeah.
Mazzello, what are you doing while he's doing that?
So essentially, what the plan is to get him to put it in this far corner, and then using Scales' help, I'm going to drag the rope up over the top of the dome because nothing can pass through it, which means it's technically a static, stable thing. So
Yeah,
I'm dragging the
I'm
rope.
liking this.
I'm putting the roper's body over the top
Okay.
to stop anything being able to see us.
Roper tent.
There's only one thing that could get you that rope, and it's a flying orc.
That's a
clip that and
fucking.
send it to him.
That is a niche fucking joke right there. Somebody clip that. That is amazing. And send it over to our friends in Flying Orc.
I'm pretty sure Busy's in chat, who's also in that stream.
Busy or
Busy,
Jack will
get that
get
clip
that.
and
Jack
send that
attack.
on.
Okay, as you do that, Ren, you're sort of, almost like doing finger paintings in sort of spilled Ribena. You're sort of making this horrible horror show of a ritual cast. Scales, as you approach those red glowing rocks, you can feel an intense heat off them. It almost becomes too hot to bear, but then they kind of get the heat dissipates.
Okay, so he's gonna whack it with his hammer. He spotted blue stones, sparklies, red sparklies, and what looked like purple sparklies, and he's planning to add to his sparkly collection.
Okay, cool. As you whack them with your hammer, can I get you to roll an attack roll, please? Or your mace, whatever you're using.
My mace. Hammer.
My mace, it has. Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
Jesus.
It would have not 20 for a 29-year-old, 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
And it's with a great sweep, your mace clatters across this, and you hear this like crash of these, what sounds like they were very, very delicate things, because it's almost like your mace just crashes through sugar, what's it called? Sugar glass.
Sugar glass.
Yeah, and it's
Well, I've been hit with a sugar glass bottle.
You hear this series of cries and exclamations of pain and agony. As you look closer, there were probably a whole village of tiny little red fairies that were living there that you have completely annihilated. You see now their tiny bodies just fall to the ground, the wings just sort of fluttering and then just stopping as the mace is just torn through this entire little kind of mini ecosystem.
Good. Don't trust the Fae. Scales did a good job.
You
Congratulations.
don't murder the Fae either in case they murder
The
you
last
back.
thing you hear as you look down to pick up some of these red crystals is, why?
Sparkly.
Scales will he will kind of kneel down and be like, he will look sad about the fact that he just massacred this little fairy village. He is still going to collect and pocket a few sparklies, but he will say, I'm sorry. And then he's going to just stand up with his sparklies and be like, well, I'll be more careful the next time.
Okay, cool. So the last thing you see is just one of these creatures. So the last thing you see is just one of these creatures just point his hand up at you and he goes, I inflict on you the death curse. Can I get a wisdom saving throw, please?
A wisdom saving throw. These are never good. Saving
Would
throw.
this incur a change in alignment, Dave? Scales basically murdered an entire village of innocent fairies.
13.
DC for this is 12. You feel a growing dread, almost as if someone has put a cold blanket over your shoulders on a cold day. And you feel that, and your whole frame just kind of shivers and shakes. And then you just shake it off. And you look down, and you can see this tiny little red winged creatures just frozen in this sort of this pose. Congratulations.
And Scales was sort of like, once he's pocketed the few sparklies he was going to take, he'll sort of like carefully brush the shattered stuff over them in like a little grave pile and pat it down and be like, yeah, maybe smaller hammer next time.
A fairy-sized hammer. Yeah,
Is it like them red brick bugs that you squish and they like make
It's
loads of like?
slightly bigger, but with wings and legs. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And voices.
Do you know? I
And
think
voices.
that was probably enough. That Scales isn't going to go collect the blue and purple sparklies that he saw on the way past.
Okay.
Yeah. And I
Ren,
think
you're still
he's somewhat somberly he's going to go and join Mazelu, where
You're-
Mazelu
Okay.
asked him to
You're
be.
probably a savior to the blue and purple ones because you just saved them a civil war against the red ones.
Derek, can I get everyone to take their headphones off for this, please?
Oh shit.
Right, headphones.
You feel that familiar tingling of the message spell, the sending spell. And in your voice you hear and in your head you hear the voice of Valder. Derek. I am casting this spell from the Temple of the Raven Queen. I have the full cooperation of your temple. I shall expect your cooperation. You may reply to this message. Avon calling. You don't have to reply to that
Alright.
message.
Derek is just going to reply. It's like, how do I know? Basically, you telling the truth. You can be in a brothel, on the toilet, sending this message. Yeah.
You feel that familiar tingling again, and it the spell comes through again, and you hear the silky, smooth voice of the king's man, Valder. And he replies, and he goes, "Ever the astute one, I see. Well, Derek. I guess I'll just have to send some proof your way. You may reply to this message."
Seeing is believing.
Okay, everyone can put their headphones back on. I think... sorry, I was going to ask Kate something. I was going to do a headphones off scene for everyone, but I think it's more crack to do it headphones on later on. When you guys take your long rest, is there anything else you guys want to do as you take your long rest?
Well, back in the moment, while Spider Climb is active, Orixiam has never been the looty type, the search body. He believes that everything he needs will be provided by our Lord, the Platinum Dragon.
Indeed.
But he can't help but get a feeling, and it's definitely nothing to do with my years of watching Gold Rush, that this quick-moving water in the den of a roper that both his brother and Scales fell into but got out of could hold something at the bottom. So while he's able to walk along the sidewall, he can't help but look into the base of the river.
Oh, I'd like a perception check, please, sir.
Just because he can see for a while in the darkness, so, he has to... Oh, that's absolute...
Hard to tell. There's bits of roper fluid sort of dripping down through the trunk of this creature and down through those tendrils and on that are just sort of filling this river now with a kind of a green, brown, and yellow hue and a taint. It's kind of hard to see through.
He will also, after hearing the words of Sir Vordek when he was on the brink of death, He'll divine sense in case this river holds any holy relics that could be
Okay, so you're going to drop a
words.
divine sense to see if there's anything consecrated down there.
Exactly. Or desecrated. There could be something rejected by the gods.
Interesting. What's the range on that?
60 feet, I believe.
60 feet.
Yeah, 60 feet. So the river's 40 feet and he's on the premises, so you know he's
You do get a strong sense of desecration down there.
from where?
Where are you? You're there. Just
Under the
about,
bridge, give or take.
Around about there.
Ooh. Under the waters.
Oh,
Surface?
yes.
Oh,
Very
well, then he'll take a
all the
breath
way.
and he'll start strolling.
Okay, so as you draw in this deep breath, you begin to climb down. How long does your spider climb last?
An hour.
An hour. You see now, you follow that sense, that divine sense that you've just sort of enacted, and as you climb down, you can feel a strong sense of evil, and it's repugnant. It almost makes you sort of exclaim in anger, thereby releasing your breath and causing you to drown. But you manage to steel yourself, and as you kind of sift through the dirt, you can see what looks like this dirty black and gunmetal looking long mace lying there. You get a strong sense of intense evil from it.
Nice. He will recover that and go back to the surface.
You're picking it up?
He will?
Make it a wisdom saving throw, please.
You can. At advantage. Oh, that's standard. It should be at advantage. 24.
Sorry, did you say 34?
24.
Okay, cool.
It doesn't feel like that's enough. He can boom.
No, it is. It is enough. Yeah, so you're going to take some necrotic damage from this thing. You're going to take 2d6 halved. So 7 down to 6 down to 3 points of damage as you get this sort of... if you've ever hit your funny bone off something, you just get that shock all the way up your right arm as you grab this thing, and you feel this overwhelming urge to just let your anger free, and as that happens, because it's you.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You hear a voice, a silky smooth voice in your head. Ah, there you are. I've been so far below, so deep. You know, if you keep going, you might actually find me. Keep that weapon. Hurt your brother. Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
All the things she could have said, that's the one thing she shouldn't have said.
Keep that weapon. I'm going to start again just in case we need to clip this. So she says, you might even find me. Keep that weapon. Destroy your brother with it. Would you like to know the deal he made? And with whom?
I'd tell you to go to hell, but you're already there. Oh, yeah.
And then you feel this separation of that connection that you held so dear at one point in your life, that you relied upon, that connection that granted you power. Power without training, power without purpose, power without effort and discipline. And it drags you back to those days when you were the type of person your brother would have hunted. but chose to save. You swim to the surface. Breath, drawing in a long, ragged breath. As the water washes over you, you feel the mace, the weight of this thing begin to drag you down again. Your strong legs pump and carry you to the surface again. Mazzello, you see him breach the surface, holding this thing, and even you, without the divine sense ability that your brother has, you can recognize the malignance in this thing. You can recognize the evil in your eyes. I'm going to tell you how you feel or what you think, but it is a curious decision to drag this thing to the surface.
I'm just going to hold out my open bag. Are you able to let go, brother?
Of course. This is too dangerous to be left unknown. It must be destroyed.
Drop it in the bag so it's held, but not held.
Okay, it falls in, and Mazzello, you hear almost an sort of exhalation of breath, almost from the weapon itself, as it just falls into the bag. And you look at it and you swear now, in the light of the bioluminescence from the roof, you swear it almost looks like the long shaft is crawling with sort of worms or maggots or something beneath the surface of the metal.
I honestly thought this was going to be the Mace of Tongues for a minute.
If you want to do a...
I was just about to say, is there anything from my teachings, my training, that might elude me as to what this could be?
It's going to be pretty high to do without having the ability to identify it, given that that's what wizards do. But I'm happy to give you a religion check. The DC for this will be a flat 20.
If it is religion, seeing his brother contemplate, would Orixiam be able to aid? Like,
I'm
see
happy to
things
give. Are you proficient in religion?
He is religion and history.
I'm happy to give you. So if you're proficient in the skill, you can offer the help action in this game.
Yeah.
I just really wish I had 250 GP's worth of incense.
Imagine Laura, is it?
Even if you did, it would be fucking drenched right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Special
Ren is
pouch
right
never
there
gets-
and can identify it.
yeah, fair. Yeah. That's fair.
Um,
So you're going to roll a
oh,
religion check.
history,
DC
it?
is 20,
Oh, religion.
or history.
They're the same, so that's fine.
Okay. So, well, tell me what it is before you roll. Okay,
sorry,
it's religion.
religion.
13. Unfortunately, no.
Do you
It
know
dropped.
what?
It. Yeah.
I'm going to use my inspo to try and re-roll that.
Shit. Okay. So it will be advantage again. That is a 20. As it drops in, Orixiam drops it at an angle, and the edge. Sorry, the end of the mace hits the side of the bag, hits the side of the bag, hits the side of the bag, and then it flops in. And you do get enough of a... welcome along, Bailey. Bailey Cathy, you're very welcome along to our little D&D stream in our little corner of Ireland. And we've got some South Africans who are our good friends and brothers as well. So as this thing begins to fall in, it does hit the edge of the bag and the edge of the bag and the edge of the bag. But you do manage to catch some runes. And... it casts your mind back to a conversation with Berethia, Guardian Berethia, who has now been arrested for treason and is winging her way to Sopherone to face what is probably a rigged court and most likely execution. And you guys have chosen to travel in the opposite direction of that to fulfill what could be her last wishes. It's hard to know, but as you cast your mind back to that night, sat in the barracks after a particularly dangerous mission where you lost probably two brothers and sisters. You would have walked in maybe late at night looking to get a drink or something. You would have spied Berethia there by herself. A dying fire in the corner of the room, embers just glowing and moving and just sort of crumbling in upon each other. And Berethia would have been there and she said, "Oh, right. You see, you can't sleep either."
You know what it's like when It's a loss. We expect it, but it's still a loss.
Well, the higher ups would call it a win, wouldn't they? We saved the day, didn't we? Except we lost a brother and a sister. But I tell you what. We saw a scroll on that thing's altar. I know what it was trying to create. I know what it was trying to... Not create, I know what it was trying to summon. You're familiar with a Mesa disruption.
I think I've briefly read about it, but it was all kind of hearsay, at least from the text that I was able to get hold of.
A Mesa disruption allows our powers to flow more freely. It allows our powers to channel through the mace. Well, I've recently heard such an item exists in reverse. The evil clerics and evil folks can use.
You
I
mean it
believe
sucks the power away?
No, I believe it. It's as effective against those that are good aligned and celestials. If such a thing were ever to fall into the wrong hands. Indeed, Carrick, a mace of corruption. If such a thing were ever to fall in the wrong hands. I shudder to think what could happen.
Well, luckily nobody knows where it is.
Right? Exactly. I fear they were trying to make one or something. Look, we've shut that down. And yeah. Fuck this, Mazzello. Let's get drunk. That's your memory of the night sitting up beside the fire and just drinking whiskeys until she kind of stands up on her using her great fucking warhammer to steady her steps, and she has I can know you, Mazzello, I don't have to be up, but you do. I hope to see you. I hope to hear you've been up bright and early at 5 o'clock, fulfilling your duties.
I think at this point it'd be easier if I just don't go to bed.
Oh, I think you're right. Well, good night, Mazzello.
Good night.
She kind of wobbles off. And yes, you do know what this thing is. It is a mace of corruption.
Hey, Mark.
Just for the DM's own notes, as he has enough to track, this is the second corrupt, evil-aligned weapon the Grimm brothers are carrying for destruction.
Indeed.
It's almost like he's suiting us up for the ultimate.
Indeed. You did not have to go down there. Anything else you guys would like to do? Derek, how are you feeling? Do you want to tell the guys what happened? Or are you going to keep that to yourself?
Derek actually wants to do a sending spell if it's his turn.
Oh, yes. Okay, what are you going to cast? And where are you going to do this? Because you do need to speak it out loud.
Derek will be in a flat spin just there where he is. He's going to do a sending spell because...
Yep. Okay, what are you going to cast? You got 25 words.
Oh, 25 words. Why did I think 50? Now I've been...
Oh, is it not 25?
It's 25.
Yeah.
25. Okay, wait. Let me just check my message here quickly.
In my game, it's 50 if you upcast it.
Mine
Nice.
is plus 10 for every spell slot used above 3rd, or whatever
Good
level
for
is.
you guys. Good for you.
Just while Derek is prepping his words, Scales has something he wants to or is going to do, but it'll happen when he's on his watch during the long rest.
Murder more fairies.
I think you. I think you posted this when we
The
finished
last time, yeah.
Last time. I'm very excited to see what happens here. Okay, cool. So, Derek, do you know what you want to say?
Yeah, let me just quickly put that in chat. Sending. I just saw it now. Where is it? Okay, there we go. Okay, so he's going to say he's going to cast a sending to the people that
Once was Darathon?
once was Darathon.
Yeah.
So He doesn't even say hello. He just goes straight in. It's like, why did Valder send a message saying he has full cooperation from me? He's untrustworthy, and I demand answers. I won't help him.
Darak, you are so tuned with death that you know straight away when you utter your first word that once was Darathon is no more. The High Priest of the Raven Queen has met the Raven Queen. There is no response.
Immediately, Derek, like, his face dropped from that always angry dwarf type focus.
Mm-hmm.
Solidly no face expression, nothing, eyes big. And he just looks up to Mizelu. Like, worrying face. Very worried.
Is everything okay, Derek?
I think there's trouble at the temple of the Raven Queen. Close by. I'm not sure about your temple.
There's definitely trouble at our temple.
I get no response from the high priest of the temple.
God damn you, Carrick. I was trying to type that.
Do you have anyone else there you can speak to?
I normally only spoken to the high priest.
Okay. Okay. Give me a moment. Let me see what I can find out, okay? And I'm going to cast Send in as well.
Who are you going to cast Sending on, R2?
I'm going to cast it to Boothby.
Okay.
All safe here. What's happening at the Platinum Haven? Also, and I just look at Derek kind of trying to work out what the Ravens, is it Raven's Wing it's called?
Temple of the Raven Queen.
Okay. Temple of the Raven Queen. Unable to contact head. Also, Berethia's okay for now.
Okay. It's about 2 minutes. You're waiting for a reply, and you can feel those butterflies in your stomach. As Boothby always replies, little, as soon as he can. And sorry, I'm attacked by a fly. Time goes on and time goes on, and you look at Derek, and you can see Derek looking at you expectantly. You're like, fuck. And you hear, "Oh, sir, it's good to hear your voice." Raven Temple, new leadership. Due to unfortunate accident.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Are you sure about Berethia?
We've got 4 more words.
It's not safe here.
I'll send a second send in. She's foreseen this. Hope it works out. How involved is the king and Velda with the Raven Queen?
You get a response immediately. This is like Dave's. Yes, burn them spells.
I'm
You get a
happy to.
response. You get a response from Boothby immediately, and you hear. So, what's the question you asked? How involved is the king and Valder? Valda and king heavily involved. Check on your brother's mother. It seems all bets are off. If you say Berethia is fine, then this will be my sole focus.
Okay, why not? We're gonna go for a 4th level.
Oh shit. Okay.
Fucking guy wants me to pick up the mace of corruption.
Feels terrible for Valor if you did. I don't think he'd survive.
Just relaying what she had said. Stay safe. Get ready. Be home soon. Trying to save the kids. Get info on the temples. Speak to you soon.
And the last thing you hear from Boothby in this spell is not the last thing you hear from Boothby. Last thing you hear from Boothby is if you come back, be careful. You're not protected by the temple as you were. Father's basement, north wall, 5th brick down.
Derek, it seems that there was a, and I'm going to use this term very lightly, supposed accident at the temple, and your temple is now supposedly under new guidance. However, it seems that, like our temple, it's being influenced from outer services such as Valda and the king.
I suspect Valder is new management, though.
I don't know if he is the new management, or at least that he's controlling it.
I would say it's a fair bet that you know, as much as you know of Valder, you would imagine that he's installed people now to run the temple of the Raven Queen, and he's also installed someone to replace Berethia. So while it may not be a replacement for top tier, let's call it management in the Temple of the Platinum Dragon, it certainly is.
He had that anyway.
Yeah, well, you know, that's what you feel.
Yeah.
But definitely now middle management is not on your side.
I have a question. With banishment, is it says a different plane. Can it still be at the same plane? Like you banish someone here and you can appear on the different side of the map?
No, so you send them to
Okay.
a pocket dimension.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never
Or
mind
back to
then.
their own plane if they're not from this plane originally.
Okay.
You
never
could
mind.
you could send a pit fiend home or a beholder to the abyss. You can.
Beholder would go back to the astral plane, wouldn't it? Astral sea, wouldn't it?
A beholder would go back to the fire realm.
Oh,
They're
I mean,
aberrations.
you
don't
can
know, all
send them
aberrations
to
can
the
fly.
aeroplane and then they can fly wherever they want to go.
So, Derek,
So-
I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but I will say to you that I will help you once we get back, because it seems that they are looking to shut all of us down, which means they're only scared of us. Either
Without-
way, I will help you.
But I have to help each other because without dimples, we don't know what might happen.
Hmm.
We won't be able to keep the party up on their feet.
Agreed.
Scales.
Yes.
We're going to get to that long rest in a second, and then we're gonna get to you. Robert, is there anything you want to do before the yeah?
Sorry, just before the
Yeah.
long rest, before we kick into the long rest, I sent you a quick message on Discord because I haven't figured out yet where to send you a message.
That's okay.
Just as an option for you if you want to use it.
Hmm. Robert won't do much. He'll
Yeah.
just spend some time like counting the days since his friend went missing. And like yeah. There's some anxiety that builds in him as he realizes that dude's probably super dead by now.
Yeah, and is there anyone that Robert is going to talk to about this, or is he going to internalize it?
Or no, I like.
It's
I think
he's
he
going to keep it to
wouldn't
himself.
internalize it. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set up for a watch. Wren, your spell is complete. Your ritual casting of Wren's tiny hut, or whatever you want to call it.
that's Leomans. It's an official spell.
Okay, Lehman's tiny
So,
hut. You guys can all try and squish in, and get nice and comfy. Anyone who's taken the first watch, where are you and what are you doing? Are you in are you in the tiny hut, or are you combat time? Says Brett.
I'm going to take first watch.
Okay, you're gonna take first watch with whom?
On my own.
Okay.
And
So-
I'm gonna sit just outside of the dome, but still covered by this, not literally covered, but like
Just
like with
camouflage
the
and
roper
drapes.
kind of
Yeah.
like over top, like I'm looking through the tentacles kind of thing.
I need everyone to move their tokens inside the dome. So, Ren, can you just drag out
I
the
don't-
dome?
Yeah,
I
I'll
was
drag it
about
out.
to
You
say,
just
I
throw it
don't
onto the
see
map.
dome.
Just throw it on the map there when I do, Dave, please. Wherever it's gone.
Do you need me to do it?
No, I have it here. Just looking for it. It's gonna go on top of everyone. So
It's okay. Yeah, I'll move to the back. There you go.
yeah.
Let's get rid of the roper just for the hell of it. We know it's still there for thematic purposes. So Scales, you're in with Orixiam. Mazzella, you're outside. You're on that side, watching the water just cascade down this sort of 30-foot wall.
I'm using the water to disguise any sound that I could be making,
Okay, yeah.
but while keeping an eye out for the rest of the cavern.
I have a feeling what's gonna come my way.
So I'm going to do a send in,
Oh, sending. Okay, yeah.
my last 4th level, to
Right.
Orixiam's mother.
Okay.
Hello. Checking in. Making sure you're okay. Orixiam is safe. I'm keeping him that way. If you need us, you know how to contact us. you are my family too. Be safe.
You hear, out of breath, almost as if you hear the sound of run. You're all dirt boxes. You
See, the last time Outright was that though. So
yeah, you hear out of breath. Heading north. It's dark. I think I lost them. Heading to the gnomes. Gotta go. And you know that she's headed on what is probably a long and perilous journey towards Krasnokon from Snogafar, which is the gnomish city, the very, very north of Sopherone.
Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to keep sending prepared for a while. I'm gonna sit there for a minute.
Would apologies to interrupt. Would you be so kind as to put that in the chat somewhere so my dyslexic ass could spell that?
Oh, Krasnokon. Yeah. 1 second.
Please. Sorry for interrupting.
No, not at all. I'm gonna open the bag, and I'm gonna look at this mace.
Shit. Okay.
And I'm going to lean into it a little bit, and just whisper into the bag. You will never get him again. And then tie it back up. And then just sit there for the rest of my watch.
It's in the Roll 20. So that's the name of the gnomish city, Krasnokon from Snogafar.
Jesus Christ.
yeah,
It's
on the map.
It's on the map. You get a sense. As you open, yeah.
Is that like someone knocking but not gonna get far?
Mizelu, as you open this bag and you look in, you see nothing. Because you have to think of the thing and pull it out if you want to interact with it. Otherwise, you're whispering into a void.
No, I don't have a bag of holding.
Oh, I thought it was a bag of... Oh, sorry. I thought it was a bag of holding.
No, Wren has that. I don't.
Oh, wow. Okay. This changes everything. So, yeah, as you whisper in, you get an immediate response. And it's that voice that you've heard. The one that spoke to your brother, and you hear silky smooth. This is just happenstance that you found this. I can communicate through all such things that resonate with me. But I should warn you, the longer you keep it on you. Yes. The closer I'll get to you. I know your brother thinks of me. I know he writhes in his sleep, lusting for the pleasure I gave him. I know he is corruptible.
So, what you're saying is, you can't let go because you were dumped? Interesting. Well, have a nice rest in hell, won't you?
I'll see you soon, Mizelu.
Hopefully.
Interesting deal you made.
Yes. Yes, it was.
Sleep well.
Shut the bag up.
Her or the bag?
I think a bit of both, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like that play Basic Instinct that I saw. So strange.
That's the end of your watch. Nothing is there's nothing to report. I do believe Orixiam and Scales up next. Do you want to take watch?
I'll take it with Orixiam if he's okay with it.
I'm going to wake Orixiam, but not Scales, because there is no way in this fucking world that Mazzello would even try to wake up Scales, because he just knows he'd get his fucking head bitten off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up. Ren's been punched.
Yeah. Like, I'm leaving that to Orixiam.
Scales can fucking spit acid, so
yeah. No, Scales is he is resting, but he's maybe not resting. He a bit fitfully. So when you're waking Mazzello or Orixiam, he'll hear that the watch is changing, and he'll shrug up to go and sort of say, "Oh yeah, look, I'll take a watch now."
Just before, like, I lay down and such, or just before I get down, I'm just gonna take my brother into an embrace and just whisper into his ear, "Spoke to your mother. She's okay, but I'll explain tomorrow."
Thank you, brother.
I can't catch Scales. Sorry, I know I'm moving the orange thing.
It's okay.
Just to get Scales out. There we go.
Okay, Orixiam and Scales. Again, you hear this loud, constant rushing of water as this 30-foot waterfall crashes down. You almost have to raise your voice or else get quite a sort of snuggly close to hear each other. You can hear the groan of the wood as this rickety bridge sort of sways with the draft that follows this the flow of this river. You do hear the odd howl or the odd kind of roar or scuffle, or just the disconcerting sounds of the Underdark, and the fact that sound travels so strangely down here. You might hear the chance echo of something roaring, or its dying cries that happened like 20 miles away, but just because how sound bounces along corridors and off ceilings around here, you hear it for a split second and it's gone. It's incredibly disorientating, and it makes the Underdark a very, very strange and difficult to navigate place. Amidst all of that confusion and noise, Scales and Orixiam, you sit together. You now have 2 to 3 hours to keep a watch and ensure your companions, your allies, get their rest so you can face whatever you need to face tomorrow.
Okay. So Scales is normally when Scales is on watch, he is sort of just sits there, but also is distracted by everything that moves. But it is quite peaceful. But this time when he's sitting there, he has his mace out ready to obviously attack if needs be, but instead of it just sitting there, he's kind of holding it in his hand, and every so often it just chinks against the ground because he's like a little restless movement. And he'll ask like kind of inconsequential questions at Orixiam because he's not feeling comfortable. So it's like, you really got chewed up by that thing. It was trying to eat you really a lot, wasn't it?
It definitely wanted me to be its evening meal, but I would have given it awful indigestion. Oh yeah.
It obviously thought you were the tasty of us, though, because it threw the rest of us in the river, but it kept on trying to eat you. So you must be tasty, I suppose. Sort of like the good berries, as opposed to the not tasty berries.
I've never had any complaints, but I can't speak for a monster's taste.
Yeah. But you're okay now, yeah?
Very well, thank you, Scales. Are you okay? You took an awful drop into the river.
Oh, yeah, but I splashed in the water instead of going into the smack on the ground, so that didn't hurt as much as normal. And the water is kind of my friend, although this water was very fast.
Orixiam, can I get an insight check, please?
Sure. Efficient and insight. Where'd that come from?
14. I think it's fair enough that to say, unless you want to make a deception check, Scales, I think it's fair enough to say that it's obvious that Scales is not himself. Would that be fair?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Scales isn't trying to hide anything. I think
Yeah.
it's probably pretty evident.
Yeah, you can pick up the nervous vibe.
Yeah.
Let's say,
Scales, have you ever talked to our Lord Bahamut? He listens to all without judgment.
No.
Would you like to?
How? Is it like when I used to have to go to church with my parents? The seats there were very uncomfortable.
Like this.
and as he says like this, Orixiam will start doing hand movements. And he will, using silent image, conjure a miniature, although it is platinum pseudo dragon in front of Scales.
This is an envoy of our Lord. If you wish to speak, he will listen.
And
He will not judge, nor sentence you, but he will listen to all you say. Well,
And Scales has got. I don't know if Scales has seen this trick before. He probably has, but there's this dragon-born looking type thing because it's a dragon-ish
It's
shape.
a miniature dragon. It's
Oh,
not a
it's
dragon
on
born.
4 legs
It's
as opposed to 2.
4 legs, 2 wings. It is
Oh.
a full-fledged miniature dragon.
Oh, Scales is definitely going to poke a finger over at that because yeah, that looks cool.
Oh, if he pokes his finger, goes straight through, but like it stays.
Okay, and he just kind of says, "Well, what do I say to it?"
whatever you want or need. He neither judges nor ridicules. He is here to listen.
Okay. Hello, little dragon.
As
It's awesome to see you.
as Scales says hello, it can't verbally respond, but Orixiam will make the pseudo dragon curtsy and bow.
He
Sorry.
cannot respond, but he is listening.
Okay. So Scales just kind of mulls over for a second. And while he's thinking, he kind of, with his free hand, he reaches into his, like the hand he poked the little dragon with, he reaches into his pouch where he keeps his sparkly stones, and he does pull one of the purple shards he collected way back. Probably 2 weeks ago, all so long ago, like. And he's kind of looking at it and moving it around in his fingers as he ponders it, and he just thinks, the river came from all the tears because all of the people were wiped out at the same time, and the river was born from the tears in the place that had this big weird purple stone. And I've got this purple stone, and I'm collecting all these stones, and I just wonder what it's all about and what happened and why I'm here. And that is going to be what triggers the first instance of Scales' new ability that he got at the last level up, which is Consult the Spirits.
At 10th level, you gain the ability to consult with your ancestral spirits. When you do so, you cast the Augury or Clairvoyant spell without using a spell slot or material components. Rather than creating a spherical sensor, this use of Clairvoyance invisibly summons one of your ancestral spirits to the chosen location. Wisdom is your spellcasting ability for these spells. After you cast either spell in this way, you can't use this feature again until a long rest. Thank you, John. I appreciate the top up there. Now, are you going to cast Clairvoyance or are you going to cast Augury?
So I want to speak with them, so I think that's Augury I'm looking for.
Okay. All right. So do you want to drop in? I can drop in Augury for you there if you want.
Yeah, if you... Oh, wait, no, I had it added. There we go.
Gee, okay, great. Okay. By casting, you receive an omen from the otherworldly entity. DM chooses from one of the following possible omens: wheel for good results, woe for bad results. Wheel and woe for both good results and bad results. Nothing for results that aren't especially good or bad. Spell doesn't take into account any possible circumstances that might change the outcome, such as the casting of additional spells or the loss or gain of a companion. If you cast a spell 2 or more times before completing the next long rest, a cumulative 25% chance for each casting after the first that you get a random reading. The DM makes this roll in secret.
I think I picked the wrong one, because the one I thought I was picking was that you can basically get answers.
The sensor remains in place. When you cast a spell, you choose seeing or hearing. You can choose clairvoyance is that you can look in on someone or something, right? Yeah,
it's what I was doing with the magic eye where I was.
Augury is the one you're looking for. It's just it doesn't give you
okay.
answers.
Unfortunately, you can't get specific answers. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's Augury that he casts.
So as you cast that, you see almost like the echo of one of these ancestral guardians that was throwing these spectral spears at the remains of the roper, and it's almost like he's been dragged back in time, and he's like, and it's gone, and he looks down, and you can see he's sort of wearing look like tattered robes. Has a kind of a shoulder bag slung over his side, and he's got 2 horns. One is broken, and you see there's a broken tooth there as well, and he looks incredibly old, and he looks around almost confused, and he sees you, and there's an expression of deep sadness as he sort of gently walks across the bridge, and he looks over at Orixiam and you, and only you can see him. And he goes and he just sits down beside you, cross-legged. You can see what looks like a spectral tear run down his cheek. And kind of, you see him sniffle, and he's raises his eyebrows almost expectantly as to say, "Ask your question."
Do you understand what happened that made the River of the Tears? Was that true?
You receive an omen from an otherworldly entity about the results from it, about the results of a specific course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. It's not a question you can ask, I'm afraid.
Could I
Yeah, of course you can, yeah.
interject and say that the course of action could be to learn the once forgotten truth?
Scales doesn't know that he's forgotten the truth.
Yet that doesn't bend the fact.
But that wouldn't... How would that be a question the Scales could ask? If...
Scales doesn't know he's forgotten.
If he's not aware that the question needs to be asked.
Touche.
Should I just forget about this? Should I try to... I feel like I should know this. That I have to find out. Should I?
So the question... the way you need to frame these questions is... If... So, for example, if I choose to move on and not investigate this, would it be a good thing or a bad thing?
Oh, okay.
So that's you can't. That's the way. So it would either say wheel for good or woe for bad.
Okay.
So you're sort of asking for advice.
Okay.
Or you're asking sort of it to sort of suggest whether the outcome of the decision that you're thinking about making would be good or bad. Unfortunately, that's the
extent of it.
The extent of the spell. Yeah.
I think I should find out what the river meant. I'm not sure how yet. Maybe I could ask this little dragon, or maybe you're here because of the little dragon. But I feel I don't know why I feel that it might be a bad thing. So something in me feels bad about it when I think about finding out. So should I leave it alone? Would it be bad for me to find out? Will it be bad if I do find out and ask the questions? And he by that I suppose he's meaning talking to the party members specifically, asking them specific questions.
I hate to do this, but you get both weal and woe. Because there will be good and bad that would stem out of you investigating this further.
Would it be bad for the others if I do this? If I go and dig and try to find this out, would that knowledge, would knowing that hurt the others?
So you get a wheel result from that, which means it would not hurt the others.
Okay.
And I am basing this on whatever Scale's definition of hurt is. And I assume Scales to be a fairly practical person, and you were
pretty literal, as in would they get
would they get
physical
physically
pain.
hurt? Yeah, and that's
physically would they get hurt?
That's what the answer is based on.
Okay, and that would be his interpretation of it as well.
Yeah.
So, Orixiam can't see the spirit which Scales is conversing, correct?
Exactly what Brad is asking in chat, but you can hear Scales asking questions. But Scales is asking the questions of the dragon that you've put in front of it, as well as maybe you can see Scales' eyes dart off to something else.
But yeah, looking not at the
They're close enough together. It's sort of above the table. They're close enough together. That you would be able to see Scales looking from one to the other, except Scales, when I say Scales looking to the other, you can see Scales looking at something you can't see.
Well, hopefully Orixiam can show me how to call you again by talking to the little dragon, because right now I don't know what to do. I mean, part of me thinks go back and talk to the river again, but it seemed kind of frustrated with me. And another part of me thinks go find this big purple flower thing that I saw, that it showed me. And but that also scares me a little bit. And then there's everyone here with me, and they know things, and they have all these gods, and and he gives like a little bow in the middle of this at the little dragon, as opposed to the dragonborn. So maybe they'd know, or maybe I remember Robert said once that he knows lots of libraries and lots of books that have lots of knowledge in them. So I suppose for now,
Orixiam scowls at that mention.
I just have to. I have to think about this, but I'm not the best at thinking. Maybe I should just try to find out where this big purple flower is. And he looks up.
How many questions do you get?
You get 30 minutes. Oh no, wait. You receive an omen from another of a specific course of action. Oh, maybe you only get one.
I've already given you a few
Two.
answers there,
Yeah.
so yeah.
So I think
you see it just sort of disappear into nothingness.
Yeah. Which leaves
Orixiam,
Scales as confused as anything else.
What does Orixiam think about this?
Well, see, this is where the DM has a fucking field day. Because as discussed in last stream's out of game chat, Orixium's fate is completely devoted in his brother and our Lord Bahamut. He is on watch with Scales, the last Dragonborn. Orixium attempting to offer Scales, the fucking crucial last Dragonborn, has used his abilities to conjure a gateway to Bahamut. And Scales was talking to the small platinum pseudo dragon, and then starts having a complete, what seemed like a secondary conversation with a secondary object adjacent to the pseudo dragon.
Yeah,
So
I see
in
where you're going with this.
Orixium's head, Scales has had a direct conversation with our Lord Bahamut, who has answered Orixium and Mizelu's call on half a dozen occasions in our time in Sopherone.
Yeah.
So Orixium has acted as a conduit to giving Scales, our Lord, the Platinum Dragon Bahamut. So he's sitting there thinking,
Holy fuck.
he's getting the answers he needs. He's going to guide us to what his purpose is. He is the last for a reason.
Sorry.
He's done his brother proud, and his brother needs to protect the last Dragonborn. So the last
Okay.
thing Scales said was, how do I know? What was it? How do I know if it will cause people pain?
Mm-hmm.
So
Or will it hurt them?
will it hurt them? Orixium will turn to Scales and will say, what's the phrase?
Scales, I know not what you were told, as I could only hear half of what our Lord said to you, but in my experience, withholding what you feel can cause the most damage. I did not express how I felt, and
You kind of have a scornful, hurt look.
I didn't express how I felt, and it led me down a dark, dark path. And it was a true believer who saved me. If there is something you wish to know or express, face it head on, knowing your friends are behind you. Oh yeah.
So what you mean is when I'm thinking about things and I feel this sort of scared feeling about them, I should think about them more instead of... We're going to pause so the DM knows what I was saying when he gets back. That spell did not work the way I thought it did. I totally misread it.
That is
Yeah.
D&D in a nutshell.
Yeah,
Didn't read the final line.
Augury is
roll with it.
basically like, oh, is this hallway trapped? Yeah, wheel. Yeah, no. Whoa, yes.
Well, it's like yes and no answers, but they're yes and no answers that are only in the context of an action you're going to take. So
Yeah.
it's not even like playing 20 questions. You know, it's literally like, no,
Yes.
I'm about to do something.
How do you ask yes and no at Nuremberg? Like, come on.
The way I describe augury when I have had to explain it to players is it's a mystical vibe check. So it's like, what's the vibe if I do this? Bad, don't do it. Or good, yeah, go for it. Or I don't fucking know.
But it's that like, should I do this thing specifically, yes or no, as opposed to, hey, I'm not sure what to do between these two options. Which option should I pick? You know, it's more, you'd have to kind of say, should I do option A? Is that good or bad?
It's like, yeah, it's like, yeah. So essentially, as Brett says in chat, next time Scales wants to play with glitter water, go, hey, Bahamut, should I do this? And he would be like, no.
Okay. So where are we with
I was
Orixium and
saying-
Scales then?
We paused and had a little bit
Okay.
of a chat while you were gone. So Scales was saying, yeah, when I feel one of these things, or when I'm thinking about one of these things and I feel this scared feeling or this not nice feeling that I don't think about it. Should I think about it instead and ask questions? Should I go towards it instead of not? And he gives a little head tilt because he's like, he has no way to, he doesn't understand how to express what he's trying to express.
As he's trying to express this, the pseudo dragon will puff its chest out mightily and say,
If it scares you, face it. You are not alone, Scales. If something scares you, express how you feel. We stand with you and behind you. You are not alone. Any challenge we shall face. Our Lord stands above you.
So that was Bahamut I was talking to.
As far as I'm aware. Oh yeah.
I don't think you're lying here. I think you believe that.
So just
Orixiam 100% believes that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
a question for you, Dave. So when you described the ancestor who came and sat down beside me, you described it as, I recognized him as one of the ones from chucking the spears and stuff on the bridge earlier. So I do. So that is correct. Like, I think that was the guy from the bridge earlier.
It was definitely one of your ancestral guardians, yeah.
Okay. So when Mizelu says, yes, that's what I think, I'm going to be like, or Orixiam, sorry. Yeah. When Orixiam says that, I'm going to be like, so Bahamut comes to fight when we're fighting?
Oh yeah. He has been with us since we joined you. He was with us in the Temple of Sir Richard. He gave us control. He is always with us, Scale.
Yeah,
he has granted us the power of the righteous sentinels. He has given us the aid in every battle we have ever faced together.
So who
are
our
Lord?
Who are the other ones?
Yeah. Scales is asking Orixiam, because if there was more than one dragonborn ancestor on the bridge throwing spears, and now Bahamut is one of them, so who are the others? Because they're going to be awesome too. Like, if your god is Bahamut and he's this great, then all the other gods would be great too, and I'd like to know their names. That's Scales' reasoning on this.
That is like
those scales. Those scales. Like, is that what Scales said? Who are the other ones? Because just give the whole little rant.
Well, no, he'll say, because he was saying he was on the bridge throwing spears, and you said, oh yeah, he's been with us all the time, fighting with us, and I was like, oh my god, so who are the other ones? Meaning the ones on the bridge, but he hasn't said the other ones who are on the bridge today, kind of thing. So however Orixiam wants to interpret that, this is a religious zealot talking to an idiot.
Can I ask a question? Is it only Scales that sees the ancestral protectors, or does everyone see them?
We've been running that we all do so far.
We've been playing it that way, and the creatures definitely do, because they're harassed enough by it to be distracted.
So I think Orixiam would know what Scales is referring to. I feel that way anyway, but I mean, I'm happy for you guys to play whatever.
No. Yep. Orixiam will reach his hand out and lay it on Scale's shoulder and say,
Our Lord is the father of dragons. He is a part of each and every dragon, dragonborn, dragonkind to ever exist. Each and every one of you hold a part of our Lord. They are all him, and you are all him.
So he can look like any of them.
And all of you.
And all of them. Oh. And I think at that point, unless Orixiam says it, I think Scales is just going to go into that, that kind of like cat staring at the universe meme. That's pretty much where Scales' brain is right now. He's just like, wow.
He sees all the colors all at once.
Yeah.
Now, I think this is where we're going to finish things up. So there will be one more watch, but we're going to take that on the start of the next game. But I was going to do this headphones off, but I think I'd rather do it headphones on because I trust you all not to metagame. It's a little bit long, so bear with me. So this would be directed at the people watching the stream. So the scene would fade into a hellish landscape. I'm going to actually move this down so I can see people's reactions to this because it's going to be fun. This scene fades into a hellish landscape, a red sky swirling above with dark clouds that crackle with infernal lightning. The air is thick with the stench of sulfur and the ground beneath is cracked and scorched, glowing faintly with heat. The city of Dis looms ahead, a sprawling fortress of iron and flame. Its towering spires piercing the skyline like the jagged teeth of a great beast. The imp, small and shivering with barely contained fury, hovers at the edge of this nightmarish realm, gazing at the distant fortress. The imp, a creature of spite and fury, flits between the jagged rocks and pools of molten slag. His tiny wings strain against the oppressive heat, but his determination is unyielding. His thoughts burn hotter than the fires around him, consumed by the memory of his home, a twisted haven of dark magics and sinister delights, reduced to ash by the hated Wizard Wren. He remembers the carved witch, his mistress, her cackling laugh now silenced forever. The adventurers had come, righteous and merciless, and with them, Wren had brought the inferno that consumed all he held dear. His tiny fists clench and his wings beat faster, propelling him towards the heart of the city of Dis, where he would seek the power to exact his revenge. The iron walls of Dis rise before him, tall and impenetrable, but the imp knows the way. He slips through a crack in the gate, unnoticed by the hulking Aranias who guard the entrance. Inside, the city is a maze of sharp angles and towering structures, all bathed in a dim red glow of the ever-burning flames. The streets are filled with infernal creatures of every shape and size, fiends, devils, and damned souls alike, all moving with purpose through the inferno. The imp skirts the edge of the thoroughfare, his eyes wide as he witnesses the brutal order of hell. In the distance, a pitiful creature, a lemure, little more than a writhing mass of flesh, is dragged across the ground by a massive pit fiend. Lemure grovels, its incoherent pleas lost in the cackling of air. Without warning, a bolt of hellfire lightning strikes it, reducing it to a pile of smoking ash, but the pit fiend merely sneers. With a wave of its hand, the ash begins to reassemble, the lemure reforming, its agonized wails echoing through the iron streets. There is no escape from one's fate in hell, only endless suffering and resurrection. The imp shudders but presses on, the vision only strengthening his resolve. He navigates the twisting alleys and darkened passages until he reaches a colossal fortress at the heart of the city. This is the lair of Shardan, the Hellfire Marilith, a six-armed demoness of terrifying beauty and power, who serves as the right hand of Dispater himself. The imp's wings begin to falter as he approaches, but his hatred steals him and he forces himself forward, through the massive iron doors and into the chamber beyond. The room is vast, filled with the heat of 1,000 forges. Shardan stands in the center, her serpentine body coiled like a living weapon. Her 6 arms hold flaming swords, each one crackling with dark energy, her eyes burning with a fiery intelligence, narrow as she regards the imp. Why do you come from me? Why do you come before me, little one? Her voice echoes, a dangerous blend of curiosity and menace. The imp quakes, but speaks, his voice trembling yet filled with venom. I seek great power, great Shardan. Power to destroy a wizard named Wren, who has wronged me. He and his party slew the carved witch, my mistress, and burned our home to the ground. I will have my revenge. Shardan's laughter is like the clash of steel on steel, harsh and cutting. You seek revenge. You are but an imp, a spark in the inferno of hell. What could you offer me in return for such power? The imp's eyes gleam with cunning light. The adventurers who destroyed my mistress. They have a paladin among them. The laughter dies in Shardan's throat, her eyes narrowing to slits. A paladin, you say? Her voice is now dangerously soft, a thorn in Dispater's side, no doubt. The imp nods furiously, sensing his opportunity. Yeah, and with the power you can grant me, I'll bring him to you, broken and defeated. For a moment, the chamber is silent, save for the cackling of the. For a moment, the chamber is silent, save for the crackling of the ever-present flames. Then slowly a smile spreads across Shardan's lips, wicked and cruel. Very well, imp. I will grant you the power you seek. But know this, once you accept, there is no going back. The pain will be unbearable, the transformation agonizing. But when it is done, you will be more than you are now. You will be a flamiac imp, imbued with the essence of hellfire itself. Do you accept? The imp hesitates only for a moment, his hatred for Wren burning away any doubt. I accept! Shardan's smile widens and she raises her arms, her swords vanishing into the ether. She begins to chant in the ancient guttural language of hell, her words thick with power. The air around the imp shimmers, and suddenly he is engulfed in flames, not the ordinary fire of the material plane, but hellfire. Searing and all-consuming, the imp screams, his body writhing in agony as the flames burn away his flesh, his bones, and his very essence. His wings shrivel and melt, only to be reborn larger and stronger, their edges now tipped with fire and iron. His small, twisted form grows, muscles rippling beneath his skin as it hardens into blackened scales. His eyes, once small and beady, now burn with the same hellfire, and his claws elongate, dripping with molten ichor. The pain is beyond anything the imp could have imagined, but through it all, he holds on to one thought. Wren, the hated wizard, the destroyer of his home. He will make him pay. Finally, the flames dry down, and the transformation is complete. The imp, no, the Flamiac imp, fulfill your vengeance. Go now. When you bring me the paladin's soul, know that your place in the Hell's will be assured. The Flamiac imp, still trembling from the pain of his rebirth, bows deeply. It will be done, my mistress. It will be done. As he turns to leave, the fires of the hell seem to part before him, and he takes flight, his wings propelling him forward with a speed and strength he had never known. His mind filled with a single purpose, a single name. Wren. And that's where we're going to leave it for tonight.
You
Thanks,
burned
everyone.
down one fucking house.
Thanks everyone for checking
The
in.
wrong fucking house.
Thanks everyone for hanging out. We love you all. I think we have been. We're a little over time. We're at 3 minutes 50. It's 3 hours 50. So I don't think we can do our question Q&A tonight, as I know Robert and Joe and Johnny are 2 hours ahead, 3 hours ahead.
1 hour.
1 hour, so it's 20 past 12. I know you guys are tired. We love you all. Thanks for sticking with us. We might do a little, maybe a shorter stream in 2 weeks' time. Maybe 2 hours, 40 minutes, and then go through all of what we learned last session. So look, the VOD will be up on our Twitch. The VOD will be uploaded onto our YouTube in a matter of days. We love you all. Are we rating?
I don't know.
Does anyone have a preference of who I always think it would be cool to rate somebody in the D&D category who is like one viewer. So
I'm looking now.
okay, for the rolls, is it live? Yeah, for the rolls. Let's do for the rolls. So it's slash or space for the rolls, or slash or space. Or slash or for the rolls.
Slash raid space then the group.
So slash raid space and then for the rolls, all one word. Capital F, capital T, capital R. Can I do it, or do you want to do it?
There's a stream called guy called Rock Sherman streaming Curse of Strahd there. He's on chapter 2, episode 7, and he's one viewer.
Is he live? I really don't mind.
Can't tell. I'm checking now.
Well, I have the thing here.
Okay, let's do full
Yeah.
rolls.
Full
Fuck it.
rolls, yeah.
So, yeah. Bye-bye, everybody.
Our Technomancer's first time raiding somebody, so how are we looking? Is it kicking in?
Hey,
Say bye-bye to everybody.
I think we get a few seconds before it happens.
and all you people that joined us for the first time, we'll see you next time.
We'll see you in 2 weeks' time. We love you all. Thanks so much.
Tune in Tuesday for my new stream, guys.
Yeah.
Seeing you.
We're
Arcane,
looking at you.
Arcane
For
Adventures
the
in
win.
Andromedas. We love you all. Did you type it? Are we
I
raiding?
did. I don't know if it worked.
Okay, so it's /raid
Yeah, I did that.
space. What was the name?
For
It was,
the
uh,
rolls.
For the rolls. Okay, cool. So capital FO or
Training wheels on the raiding wagon. Do, 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 do,
Okay.
do.
oh yeah, cool. Here we go. 6 viewers. 6 viewers.
It'll count that up. It'll go.
Okay, so we're gonna raid. We love you all. Chat soon. Thanks for
seeing
thanks for
you.
supporting us.
See you guys.
Let's have a sort of raid now. I think we're off. Are we? Yeah, we're off.